rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mother told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Pistoling out my darkest while sizzling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcasted like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your number one Chief Rock Knicks Universe, your main man, Uncle Freezy, and welcome to the premier Knicks in the Nighttime joint, the Knicks at Night podcast. Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what it is. For those of y'all that are new to this, man, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, come through, get ready to enjoy yourself. For those of y'all that's true to this, I'm glad to see y'all, man. It's good to be with y'all again. Cowboy Bob want to say something, man. Y'all give Cowboy Bob y'all undivided attention, or I'm going to send Cowboy Bob to y'all house.
Welcome, my brothers and sisters. Another night of beautiful Knick talk. Kind of want to talk about some simplicity play about the team. We always talk about everything else, but outside of what the expectations are and how we could break it down simpler in the most simple terms. So for me right now, I'm going to tell you what I'm expecting from the team and what I think it'll be a lot easier to help us out as far as getting to the goals of the championships. As y'all know, I'm known for notes and talking a lot, but I'm going to try to keep it short and brief. And I want to say shout out to all the guys that are in the chat, Corey Lee, Sherman, at Fritz, my alter ego, Andre, IBKM Dre, I call him AKA Dre 3000, King Ribby, all you guys, thank you for the support. Thank you for subscribing. And remember, subscribe and like the video. This is going to be pretty quick because I know I talk a lot, but I want to hear what Unc got to say and I got to hear what other people say. So for me, real quick, first things first is, regardless of who our starting five is based off of what we do as a team. First things first, I've always talked about rebounding, and everybody knows me. You win the game through rebounding, and I'm going to clarify that even more. With this team, regardless of who our starting five is, the ratio to rebounding should be 2 defensive to 1 offensive. Now, I know everyone's like, oh, that's basic, or we don't get it, cowboy. Let me explain. For every 9 rebounds, that's 6 opportunities you're taking away from the opposing team to get a second chance shot. Whereas you get 3 opportunities to score again, which creates kickouts, which also creates continued ball movement and forcing them to stay on your side of the court more, as well as when you're doing transition. So the mentality should be, we get a defensive rebound, run in transition. What teams have done this before, you ask? Good. We've seen Boston do this to us. They won the rebounding game, not by hitting all their shots, but they made sure they didn't have as many offensive rebounds. They scored and kept it going. In the Pacers, the way that they ran the court with young guys constantly using the bench, constantly running, they were winning off of the rebounding game. They weren't rebounding better than us, but the key basically was to get 2 or 3 more defensive rebounds to take our second chance opportunities out of our hands. So if whoever our starting 5 is, that's what we should be doing. Mainly, get the first defensive rebound, score in transition, or go to the free throw line, slow up the game. This will also help us with our defense because our defensive rating will go up with something as simple as rebounding, to where we're not expecting them to play more man or put more pressure. For example, if Brogdon, like Unc, wants to start. he ain't got to do so much because he already is expecting defensive rebound. That's the mentality, to go down and score in transition and keep the ball on our end rather than on their end. That's what I want to say about that. With rebounding, shot selection. Shot selection should be coming off from a half court game. We shouldn't have just one ball handler. I think that we should have everyone remembers the 7 seconds or less. I say per man, it should be 5 seconds or less. What do I mean? We should be looking down the court, running, running, running. The reason why I say run is not because of the faster pace or anything like that. It's to get to the basket as quickly as possible. This is why I said it's basic, guys. Just follow me. Getting to the basket quicker gives you more opportunities for fouls. It gives you more opportunities to score, and your guys don't fully have to go down the court. They could stop right at half court and put pressure on the defense right there as well. So if you can get down in the transition, get 2 guys down, you're good. Example, you say, how do we do this? Cool. We get a rebound, go down court, score, right? You can have Brunson pressing down court and Cat down court. Cat's a big guy. He could run back to the half court line, and you still got Bridges or Brogdon if he starts, or Josh Hart or Mitchell Robinson. They could be running back looking for the open man. I always say communication is key, but this is giving you upfront pressure right there to where they're not exerting energy to get to the spots. They're just cutting off passing lanes, and it also creates harder defense because they are more pressured at the ball is getting inbound. So now you got 2 or 3 guys down court putting pressure on the guy. They could create all kinds of turnovers, and you could score off of that as well. Not saying we have to do this all game because that's exhausting, but it's one of the strategies as far as what I was thinking. Shot selections, I think constant movement. That's why I said 5 seconds or less. Ball should be constantly moving out of your hands. People should be rotating. Open man, open shots. You get distance from someone, you should be able to pull up and hit. For example, if you look at how the 76ers use Embiid, a lot of the backdoor screens, a lot of the screens he gets, most of his shots are at the free throw line. So it's very easy, and all he has to do is get to his spot. That's what we kind of want to have with different players in different sets. So they run and they get what they need to get. And it doesn't matter who it is. It's just going to wear down the defense because as long as they get that open shot and we stick to the rebounding game, our shot selection goes up, our defense goes up, everything moves smoothly. Now, also, I got the bench identity. I know a lot of people may not agree with this, but I think Clarkson and Hart, y'all know how I feel about Hart, are 2 guys that are key to that bench identity. Both guys are downhill scorers, but one is a better 3-point shooter, better passer, better, I say, guy that I would rather have in his ball, and that is Clarkson. He will allow the pressure to ease up off of the other players, and him alone being how he is, how he was in Utah, how he is now going to be for us, is going to allow a lot of easier looks. He's going to get more double teams. That's going to open up for a shot for McBride. That's going to open up down low for Yabusele. That's going to give him opportunities to get the second door screen. They're going to be more focused on him. Even Josh Hart can come from the wing, cut off, and go straight downhill. So I look at it, if we rely on Clarkson as the secondary bench guy, meaning like the secondary ball handler, secondary in command behind Brunson, it'll relieve a lot of pressure off of the bench. That also being said, it'll also get Josh Hart to just focus in on getting to his spot quicker because now we're putting Josh Hart not as a ball handler or facilitator. He can help out, but now he's getting the ball as he's cutting to the basket, and we all know that that's where he's best, downhill. Um, we got growth and challenging players. The mentality should be communication. With the growth and mentality going on, they need to go ahead and challenge these players. Listen to what they're saying, listen to what they're calling out, and call them out on it. Hold them accountable. If they say we see this, let's go to the film as coaching staffs. Let's do this and break this down. Sort of like what Tibbs was doing, but then now let's actually put it into play and say, yo, Bridges saw this play from these guys. Let's run it. Let's see what we're doing. Because now that you're doing that, you're now getting them more involved to where you're getting from a coach who never listened to a coach that's now listening and applying. Now they're going to be even more anxious and more into the playbook, more feeding off of that because they're being heard. And they look, as you can see, look at Bridges. Bridges is smiling like a kid in Christmas just off of the press conference. So imagine how the season would be for him. Look at OG. I want to have a defensive Player of the Year award. Like these guys have goals. How do we get to those goals? We listen to what they want and we react off of that and we improve. Um, Coaching should let these guys off the leash. These guys, we got enough veterans, we got enough young guys. They're young enough and hungry enough. Let these guys play. Let them learn, develop as they play. Let them teach them on the court. Don't try to manipulate and make them do certain things and force them to become things. For example, don't expect Josh Hart to be a 41% three-point shooter. Don't expect McBride to be that. Just put them in the best situations to where they can score. I know this sounds easy and you're like, what are you talking about, Cowboy? But no, this simplicity with the skill set we have is how we win championships, because now if they got these bases covered through coaching and everything, when they're hitting, it's going to look pretty. And when we're not hitting, we rely on stuff like this to where when our defense isn't holding up, we can still have outside angles to help us with our things. Defensive rating, help us with everything we got going on. And also, hold on. My fault, I got one more thing. And all right. And also, kind of not just challenging them, but actually keep these guys all focused on the task. It's not about winning championships, because this is going to be another year of just basically new guys coming on. We got the main four. This will be their second year together, and they'll actually have a full season together. We'll even have other guys stepping in, doing different roles, different things. Let them talk. Let them run. Learn from them. Learn how to angle. Learn what you see, and just develop them and actually throw questions at them. Say, hey, I see that you do this screen right here, Brogdon. Can you teach that to, let's say, Josh Hart? Let's start talking to one each other and actually use the communication that I've been saying for years. Because to be honest with you, all the skill sets that we have, these guys can score, these guys can run, these guys can do that. But if we keep it as basic as possible, everyone will know their role, and it'll be easier for them to where when offenses slow up or defenses slows up, we can go ahead and break it down to where they're like, all right, we're relying on this and it's better for us. So pretty much that's what I got. Again, like I said, it's a lot I spoke about, and I know most of y'all probably asleep because y'all know how Cowboys speak. But what you think, man? Yeah, actually,
My God,
Mr. Lee, how you
my
doing,
God,
Corey? Been
what's
a while,
good?
man.
What's
Good. How are
good,
you?
nephew?
Nothing. You know me. I like to yap.
I
How
know.
you
That's
been?
why I had to come save you, Bobby Schmurder.
Go
You
ahead.
Schmurder your
How you
mouth.
gonna
What's
save
good though?
me?
Chilling, B. Chilling, man. I'm good. Shout out to the crew. You know what I'm saying? Wise, Reb, Harry, the rest of everybody. What's the story, Tori? You know what I'm saying? You know what's good, boy? You smiling, you shitting and grinning. What's good, man? What's on your
I
mind?
just, I just like hearing you talk,
Yo,
man.
y'all
It's
gotta
been.
leave Mitchell Robinson alone, bro.
I ain't got
Here we
nothing to
go.
say about my brother Mitch.
Here we
Mitch,
go.
Y'all gotta
Here we go.
I talked about him enough last night. You know what I'm saying?
y'all gotta leave Mitch
I
alone,
ain't
bro.
even bring him up. I ain't even talk about him.
Like, nah, you alluded to it though. You
But that's all.
alluded to it.
But see, that's circling.
Lee,
That's
Lee, did you
circling.
not hear Cowboy Bob talk about rebounding
I mean, no, but Bob got a love affair with
with,
Huckleberry Pie.
with Josh Hart? He got a love affair
Nah.
with Josh Hart, bro.
Josh
You
Hart
talk
and
about
Huckleberry
Ariel.
Pie.
You talk about Ariel.
Yeah, man. I don't know, bro.
What you
I don't
mean?
know, no.
Yeah, I don't
What,
know.
what what you mean you don't know? See, the thing is I'm tired of hearing people talk about trading for people. And to be honest with you, I'm not even gonna lie. I've been listening to you, Unc, and I've been like, you know what? You've been making a lot of good points. Let's try to defer from this trade talk that everyone keep talking about. Like we need more assets. I don't think we need more assets. I think we good just the way we are. We just gotta make it work. And that's the easiest way I can show you is with the basic. I know the little basic notes I got. Because the thing is regardless of who's here, the message is to play as a team and win championships. And what we do is We do that through keeping a scheme, keeping an identity. I'm just tired of saying we need more when I think we have enough.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Knicks fans are greedy, bro. We thirsty for a championship. We ain't had one in 56 years, 57 years.
Yeah, but we've had plenty of years where we thought worst players that we've had would make it better for us. Like matter of fact, I'm even glad Fritz is here. Like Fritz said it last. He said it last night. He said he felt Tibbs cost us a championship one of these 2 years, and I
Now,
actually thought.
I said
Oh,
that,
that
bro.
was you. My fault. I apologize.
I think Tom Thibodeau cost us 3 championships. When we
See,
lost to Miami, and we
mhm,
lost to Indiana, and we lost to
mhm.
Indiana. Yeah,
See,
that's what
like
I was saying.
like that thinking to me, I'm like, I didn't really think of it that way because I was like, maybe on to something because had we beat those teams, we would have been in a position to win one. But that just goes to show you how close we are. And with the additions we've already added, it improved. Look at the bench. We actually have a chance now to have a bench that can get us 40 to 50 points. Clarkson, with Yabusele, with McBride, with all these guys we got. So I think we're in a better situation now. Let's just let it rock. You can't keep trying to subtract that because you're going to subtract something that you may not be able to replace.
Fritz, what's good, bro?
Hey, what's going on?
I'm giving
What's
Mitchell
up, Fritz?
Robinson the contract. I'm extending him before training camp start, bro.
Agreed.
I'm legit giving that man 3 years, 90 million.
Whatever you want.
Yep. Bum, bum,
Agreed.
bum, bum. Whatever you need.
Are you gonna give him a trade? What are you gonna do? Team option
Rich,
last year
Me?
or
I
just
ain't saying
straight?
that, bro. Cowboy Bob, you ain't heard what you ain't. Okay, all right.
hey
I'm
yo,
asking
Fritz,
like
what's
in the
good, man?
last year.
Hey, what's up, Corley?
You got my schlitz? Fritz with the schlitz. Oh man, I'm in a good mood. I'm happy to see you know what I'm saying? My nephew up here, you know what I'm saying? Shitted and gritted.
He up here slandering Mitch's name.
I
Bro,
can't
we
believe
do
it.
that a lot. We do that a lot, bro.
But Mitch should just get a contract extension just off the fact that we talk about him.
Yeah, just off that, bro.
Wow.
I'm telling you, man, rebounding is the most difficult but yet rewardable part about basketball. That's that, and Mitchell Robinson does that with defense. So
Bro,
since I want to talk about it, I think Unk's on to something. We should sign him.
I mean,
What do we have to lose?
bro, that man not even 30. We talking about Mitch like he 30. Mitch 26. We talking about that man. We talking about that man like he Dwight Howard, bro.
I was,
That
yeah,
man ain't put on no weird numbers yet, bro. That man ain't even 30. How Mitch is what 26?
26.
Might be 27.
Yeah. Yesterday, I was trying to say, you know what? I was trying to do like NBA comps to Mitch. So I saw, they got them young kids like Derek Lively. Derek Lively, 26.
Mitch is 27. He turned 27 in April.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So he ain't that much off from like Derek Lively. They like the same age.
Wait. Which Derek Lively from Duke?
No, Derek Lively from Dallas.
Yeah.
That's the same guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same guy. He 21. Derek Lively is 21, bro. I'm a Duke fan, bro. Come on, man. You know this. You know I'm a Duke fan, bro.
He loved Coach K.
Yeah.
Grant Hill, good old days, man. I miss Grant.
Can we get him back? Yes, we can. Can we get him back? The good old days. Oh, I forgot. Cowboy Bob don't know music. I forgot.
Yeah.
1 second.
He really doesn't know. He doesn't know.
No, I don't know.
He's stuck. Yeah, that gray hair is just some fakeness. You know what I'm saying? You stuck his head in the Cuban salt, the Colombian salt too long.
Bro, you gotta just get that Esquire shoe polish, bro. Just
wow. That's that black
Lee,
tar.
you don't rub a shoe polish, bro? You that young?
Bro, you crazy? Come on, man. You know I know
Kiwi
Esquire.
polish.
If anything, I know some Esquire. Come on, bro.
You doing some little
Cochran
filling
twos,
the gaps?
Cochran ones.
Yeah,
Come
man.
on, man. Jungle
Nah.
boots, man. Come on.
That's why your shoe polish, bro.
Come on, man. Man, you had to burn it to get it right to spit shine. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
you had to burn it, man. You had to. I don't know what we. Oh, you know what we would. I was when I used to smoke, bro. I used to use this thing called matches. I don't know if y'all remember those, but they used to come in
Yeah.
a box. Anybody know what matches are?
Yeah. They still sell them at Quick Trip every once in a blue.
Yeah, because I used to use lighter to do shoes. But anyway,
Mhm.
yeah, man.
Yeah, you warm up that wax and buff it out. Yep, I know.
Yeah,
That's
man.
military tricks.
These shoes? You talking about shoes?
No, we don't. No, ain't no buffing where I come from. The only thing you buff is on the floor with a buffer.
Yeah, you bumped the
You got to
floor.
spit shine your boots, man. Well,
Yeah.
he's younger than us. He considerably younger than us, and he got those with them tan boots where they don't have to shine
Oh
them.
yeah, you ain't got to
No.
even. All you got to do is brush them, make sure they clean.
No,
Yeah,
I had that on the
suede
way
brush.
out.
Yeah.
When I came in, we had the black boots. We had to brush them. What we did was we put the kiwi polish down, wet the rag, scrub them in, it's nice and soft. Then brush them off because you have to brush off the excess. Rub it down with the white rag, and then do it 2-3 times and make it shine. What are you talking about? Nah, man. I come from that old school era. We were the last.
Oh no,
the
you
kiwi.
didn't. No, you
Oh
didn't.
Yes,
man,
I did.
He don't even know nothing about no Stay Flow.
Stay flow. Oh my god.
I stay rocking Stay Flow right now, bro.
Mhm.
I use that Stay Flow on my jeans, bro. For anybody that don't know, jeans are like denim jeans that you used to wear back in the day. Like you probably
They
put
used
them
to call them
on.
dungarees when I was a kid.
Yeah,
Or
dungarees.
Levi's.
Yeah. And if you was a bad kid, your mama used to have to sew the knee patches on there because you'd be outside playing in your jeans and punch a hole in the knee. Nowadays, young people just walk around with the hole in their knee, bro. They don't care.
you had the overalls, Freezy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Crisscross era.
I used to do that to dungarees back before I knew. I used to start buying Lee's. Man, Lee jeans, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't playing, bro. I ain't playing in these Lees, bro. The pinstripe ones
Mm-mm.
with some Adidas, bro, or some suede Pumas. Yeah, nah.
Or the faded ones.
With a Tigra on your shirt.
Of course.
Nah, y'all didn't have an alligator?
Nah, we grew up I grew up on the street. Like we ain't want no alligators, bro. Like only animals we start putting on our shirts was when we started making money. We started putting horses on our shirt.
Yeah.
But I don't know
Or boats.
No Lacoste.
Sails.
No Lacoste back then.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I grew up off of Lacoste, so okay.
Now they got them goats. Them Lacoste got them goats now.
Oh, I can't mess with it, bro. They hard, bro. I can't. They too hard for me, bro. They thugging it out there. I just rather be smooth.
That makes sense.
Yeah, they hard out there in them streets, man. That's too hard for me, bro. Yeah. So what you Cowboy Bob, what we talking about, bro?
Yeah, come on, man. Crack the conversation.
Keep it simple. I want to hear what y'all think about what I said, because then I could actually sit here and see if it makes sense. Because
if it makes sense, I thought you was mediating the show, and we supposed to make it sense.
Yeah, like
I already said my piece. My piece was simple. Keep it as simple as possible with the talent we have.
Bro, ain't nothing about you simple.
All right, so then what do you think about the rebounding aspect then?
I think we're gonna be all right. Yabusele and we brought us some nice pieces that gonna come in and help out. I mean, because a $50 million man, he averaged a double. Let's see if he can do it again. It's about. We'll see. Everything's gonna be new to us this year.
I don't
Go
think
ahead, bro.
Yabusele is.
Cowboy Bob, ask your question and then start talking. What you think, Lee? Man, I think the rebound.
My fault. I don't think
He
Yabusele.
cut you off. He asked you what you think, and then cut you straight off.
Yeah, my fault, Lee. But I just don't think Yabusele is him yet, man. I think he got something to prove. Don't get me wrong. I think he'll prove it with us, but I don't think he him like everyone thinks he's gonna be. I see that he's got a lot of work to do because given opportunity when he was playing, it didn't look that great, but he was the main dude. Like when Embiid was out, he was playing like I know he was under a lot of stress, but in that situation, to me, I didn't think that he was a 20 and 10 type of guy. To where now he's gonna have a lesser role. Is he still gonna be enough to help
That
us?
man
I don't
said,
think he's the main guy.
I'm
wait,
not.
you say he
I'm
20 and 10? He not a 20 and 10 guy?
I think he is.
All right. He
Prove
not a
me
20 and
wrong.
10.
Prove me wrong, Yabusele.
That man said he's not a 20 and 10 guy.
Nope.
Does he have to be?
Has he ever been?
Does he really? Do we need him in that role? All we need him to do is play spot minutes and play decent defense. You know, knock down the midi every once in a while. You know, spell people. That's his role. I mean, and it should be clear. You know, the coach said Mike Brown. He laid the groundwork. Said I gave everybody their role. Didn't do snitch that out yesterday? You know, on the low. I mean, what are we talking about? You know, let,
Just took that man back clean in, bro. He was smooth with it too.
hey, I'm surprised coach ain't can jump up on that one and like help them out. You know what I'm saying? Like the five deadly venoms and got together. You know what I'm saying? But still, it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, let's keep this real. The man's gone. Dib's gone. Let him go. Please let your ex go. Let her go. Move on. Life is better. If not, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna ask you to go seek therapy.
Please.
You know what I'm saying? Seriously, seek therapy. But outside of that, though, outside of that, though, I'm looking forward to it. I like the question mark of not knowing. You know, uh, I want to see something different. I had some time to get over the mourning period of this this NBA Eastern Conference Final, which to some degree we should have been in the championship, but we've been someplace we haven't been. I'm not saying it's a moral victory, but it's a step further. And just now, we have to get two steps further. I mean, getting to the finals and winning the finals.
Yeah, that's what we need to be, bro.
Facts. You know, all this him and high and stuff like that. The roster will be the roster until the first uh, um preseason game. I'm pretty sure. Because if Leon has anything up his sleeve, he's gonna pull it off before his first preseason game.
Hmm.
If not, then he gonna ride it all the way to the trade deadline. So,
I mean, last year it only happened because Minnesota finally gave in, and Knicks finally gave in. Like Minnesota wasn't good. Yeah,
bro,
yeah,
Minnesota,
yeah. I think it can happen anytime.
bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, Minnesota gave in because they was not gonna go into the luxury tax with Cat. That right there.
They had a whole year, but the thing is, they had to get rid of him that year. Like there was no way around it. Like they had to get rid of him.
I'm gonna just
that
say
year.
a thing, bro, because I know disrespect for Fritz, but I know a lot of people speculate on stuff. That right there is speculation. On the Knicks morning drive, Corey Lee, um, Ghetto Intellect, um, is a few of us on a panel, and one of our homeboys back then, who's cousins with Cat, that's like his legit blood cousin, told us whenever Cat want to leave Minnesota, Minnesota know they got to trade him to the Knicks, right? That's what he said. Now, mind you, people say stuff all the time. Like people tell us stuff about it. We like, nah, man, whatever. Okay, we'll go with it, man. Okay, that's your cousin. That's your cousin, right? But at the same time, he was in the store shoe shopping with his cousin. Guess who his cousin was? His cousin is Cat. Right there on the joint. He said, bro, he asked him, he was like, bro, if you want to be traded somewhere, where you going? He was like, the Knicks. Right? He was like, well, what's the hold up? He's like, they waiting on me. They ain't nobody else waiting on nobody else. When I give the word, that's when it'll happen. That was the thing. That happened. That was on the Knicks Morning Drive 3 years ago, live. I have it recorded. Right? Here's the thing. I know it sounds cool to say, hey, you know what? Minnesota had 4 bigs, man, and one of them had to go. You know what I'm saying? But if you Minnesota, are you legit gonna keep Rudy Gobert over Karl Anthony Towns? Are you legit gonna keep Naz Reid over Karl Anthony Towns? Right? Like I hear the speculation. I know what people want to say because they think it make basketball sense. They think it make financial sense. The thing is, some things just make sense based on a star player. Like all these, because the thing is, when I first heard him say it, I was like, I don't know if this is true, right? And then I thought back to every superstar that ever played in Minnesota, right? They get to a certain age, and hey man, listen, man, I got to get the hell out of here, right? And listen, you ain't got to believe me if you don't want to. You ain't got to believe me if you don't want to. But the Lakers nickname don't come from Los Angeles. Even the Lakers nickname come from Minnesota, right? All the Minnesota. There's going to come a time when Anthony Edwards is going to say, you know what, man? I got to get the hell out of here. Right? You don't have to just go by Anthony Edwards. You can go by Cat or Kevin Love or Stephon Marbury or Kevin Garnett or whoever, right? You don't have to just go by that. We can all say that, you know what? This is a salary cap move, right? But here's the thing about the salary cap move. How do you move Karl Anthony Towns to save salary cap space, and your salary cap is the same as it was when Cat was there? And then how do you say it was a salary cap move or a roster move when the result is the same as when Cat was there? Like, what's the difference between Cat being there and Cat not being there? Did they save $60 million?
They did save significantly.
They okay. All right. Okay, there it is. Fritz said it. They did save. Okay, there it is.
They did save.
Yeah.
Because Cat's contract had to kick in.
You absolutely right. They did save. That's why when free agency started, they didn't sign nobody because they saved that money from Cat. They didn't re-sign anybody else. They traded Cat. They didn't re-sign anybody. Or maybe they did. And maybe what Fritz said was Cat.
Are you sure?
Fritz, did they re-sign
sure?
anybody? Did Minnesota sign anybody?
When are you talking about?
Yeah,
you talking about last year?
No, I'm talking about this summer.
Yeah. They re-signed Randall.
And who else did they re-sign?
Naz Reid.
So they did save, right? But then they spent.
Yeah.
So they did save, but they spent.
Yes.
Okay, I got you. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought something else was coming.
No, I'm just I Rudy renegotiated. Rudy Gobert don't make $60 million a year anymore.
Yeah. I'll tell you this, and I will also tell you this: if we had Naz Reid and Julius Randle and Rudy Gobert, and we packaged them together would a team take that for Cat?
At the same time,
Yeah, but
Cat's
the question was
Cat's
the
value
question
has never
was
been lower than it was last year. Cat's 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 value has never been lower than last year.
so Carl Anthony Town wanting to be a Knick had nothing to do with anything. Then
I didn't say it didn't have anything to do with it.
that's what it sounded like you saying though.
I didn't say it didn't have anything to do with
That's
it.
what it sounded like you saying though.
I'm saying
That's what
they
you're saying.
were
That's what
going
you
to
alluded
deal
to.
him.
Because the thing is I know for a fact a dude told I know this for a fact. Dude told me with his own mouth. Like I ain't gonna make this say, hey, did I want Cat to be here? I don't know. Did I want the team to improve?
It's not the
Yes.
only reason. It's Randall was going.
Right.
If Randall didn't do it, if Randall would have signed that extension, Cat wouldn't be here.
Wait, I got a question. You said his value was at its lowest. Wasn't he?
Last
Didn't he
year.
have like $100 million trade clause in his contract? Where if he got traded, he gets $100 million. If memory serves me correctly.
No,
Okay.
he had a new contract. Like they signed him a year early, so it's kicking in.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically, Cowboy Bob, basically what people trying to tell me is that Carl Anthony Towns had nothing to do with him being here.
I didn't say that. When did I say that?
That's basically what I'm
When
hearing.
did-
And even
when did I say that?
And that's what it sounds like. Because
I don't know, Freezy. You know you capping because I ain't say that.
I'm what? Wait, so I'm lying. I'm lying on you.
Yes,
No, bro, I ain't no liar, bro.
that's not what I said. When did I say
I'm
that?
not gonna lie. I don't have to lie for a fact, bro.
But when did I? Why did I didn't say that? So I don't know where that comes from.
And I said it sounded like you said that.
It's yeah, you hearing things, bro.
Maybe, but what I do know to be for an absolute fact is Cat said whenever he is ready to be a Knick, it'll be done. That was brought to, bro. We doing the show. I ain't even asked for that. Somebody bought that. A dude is right there. Dude say, "Yep." Whenever it's time for me to do, whenever it is, I want to be a Knick. I'm gonna be a Knick. And when I hear that and been knowing that for 3 years, I heard that 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago now, right? And then when I hear the only reason why Cat is a Knick is because a team salary cap thing is such and such and such, and then the replacements are Julius Randle and Nas Reed. What we out here talking about? Why can't we just say Cat is a great player? Why can't we just say nobody can like legit? We can't say Cat is a great player. Cat can control where he want to go. We can't say that. Because basically what I'm hearing is Carl Anthony Towns was jettisoned out of Minnesota so that the Timberwolves can re-sign Julius Randle and Nas Reed. Is that what I'm hearing? Fritz, is that not what we were getting to? That Minnesota shuffled Cat off at his lowest value for Julius Randle so they can keep Julius Randle and Nas Reed?
Bro,
And
you can hear what you want to hear.
This is what you said. You
No,
said,
you
Cowboy
can hear
Bob, did you hear him say Cat was at his lowest value? Did you hear him say that?
I heard him say that.
Cat was at his lowest value.
That he did say. And then I heard you say, who did they re-sign? He said Nas Reed and Julius Randle.
Julius Randle.
So you were saying if that's the value for Cat, was it really worth it? And Cat wanted to be here because the trade-off wasn't on the level of Cat. So he wanted to be here. That's it.
What I'm saying ultimately is, why can't we just say that Carl Anthony Towns is a great player and he wanted to come to the Knicks? Why has it got to be this player was jettisoned to the Knicks?
I didn't say he was jettisoned to anything. It was a trade that two teams wanted. It was a trade that two teams wanted.
This is hilarious.
I don't even understand what was going on.
Listen, I
don't even get what you're talking about. Like, for real.
You don't understand that I'm asking you in the panel why can't you don't understand why I'm asking the panel why can't it be Cat is a great player that wanted to be a Knick?
If that's what you want to believe, bro, go ahead.
Wait, so you don't think? Wait, hold on. So you don't think that Cat wanted to be here and that the organization had to move him due to money?
I can't see how two things can be true.
What I'm saying is Cat wanted to be a Knick, and Cat is a great player.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And the road is a little bit easier over here than it is over there out west.
I'm saying the history of Minnesota is when players get to a certain point, bro, they're gonna demand to be traded, and we've seen this over the years.
Nobody
with multiple times.
Dudes
that play the same position as Cat, they do it. Like Kevin Love,
they actually won a championship. Garnett won a championship. Kevin Love won a championship. Like when they leave, they win championships. So I'm just saying, I didn't know that part about Cat wanting to be here, but that just goes to show that he was probably waiting for the right time to come here. We got Brunson, I think, because that's 3 years ago. That's before we even got Brunson. So once he saw what we got, I'm like, that's impressive. He wanted to be here, and he waited for it too. So I think that I didn't know that part about it, but I think that says something like he wants to come here and win. Same thing with Brunson, but
I just in my mind, I don't want to just also, and this is just a side thought, nothing to go with that right there, but as a separate, independent thought from what we were just talking about, I don't want to feel like the Knicks are like a cast-off destination where whatever. Right? I think we finally at a place where people want to be here. I was told this 3 years ago. I was like, yeah, whatever. Right? This is just rumor, innuendo. And the dude told me week after week after week, even sent me messages like legit, like Cat want to be a Knick, and when the time right, he coming. And ain't nothing nobody can do to stop it. I mean, I was told that 3 years ago. And for the people that was here, like for the day oneers that was here that watched the Knicks Morning Drive, y'all remember when the dude was coming on the show and saying it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just what it is, bro.
Yo, this uncomfortable pause is killing me.
Nah, deep. You gotta let it sink in, man, because sometimes we forget things and hit you with a watazo. You gotta kind of like just.
Wow, you said a watazo.
Well, basically what I'm saying is people over the years, people tell me a lot of stuff. 99% of the stuff people tell me, I don't believe it because I can't vet it, because I can't prove it on my own. And this one person legit said something, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you don't believe me? I can prove it. Here you go, right here."
You stood by it.
Yeah, I mean, the truth is never gonna be a lie, bro. The truth is always gonna be the truth. If something is true, right? If something is true, it's not gonna change over time. Not in that sense. Not if it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
How often have you heard scenarios like on a Knicks at Night podcast or something, and we're like, yeah, man, that's just trade speculation. That's just such and such want to get somebody away, or they want to trade somebody here, right? And then, but there's one thing that happened. I was like, yeah, man. You know, we hear a lot of this stuff, bro. We know it's a show. People want to come on. They want to say like, LeBron to the Knicks or whatever it is. Nah, man, I promise. Hey, yo, I'll give you an example. Yo, my man who I love to the end of the world. Y'all remember my man Ron Cleveland?
Yep. Oh yes, sir. Come on, man.
Yeah, y'all remember Ron Cleveland, right? Ron Cleveland was telling us Kawhi to the Knicks because his uncle was in the city. Y'all remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Chat, anybody, y'all remember that, right? Remember Kawhi Leonard's uncle used to be in the city, and Ron Cleveland every day was guaranteed. He's like, "Hey man, I promise you, I was like, nah, I don't believe it, bro. I don't believe it. I believe it when I see it." And Ron is our guy. That's our man. Like he legit believed that because things was lining up. Right?
Kawhi went to high school.
But
No, not necessarily. No, he didn't go to the highest bidder because he could have went to LA, the Lakers.
Oh, I don't know. I don't. But I know what Fritz saying about the highest bidder part. He talking about.
Yeah, he went to the highest bidder, bro.
Yeah, he went. He talking about. Yeah.
He's talking about all the
the extra money.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But Lee,
all right. So,
yeah, I remember when.
Go ahead.
Do you remember when we was doing the Knicks morning drive? We used to do the Knicks morning drive for like 5 hours. Remember Stafford Don, Hard, everybody. You remember that? When we was doing them.
Yes, sir. Come on, man.
Yeah, and so our man came on here and was like, "Yo, that's his cousin. He at his house right." He was like, "Yo, this is my cousin, bro. He at my house right now." He's like, "Yo, I'm gonna go walk down here in the basement and he gonna say something." And sure enough, bro, when I heard him say it, I was like, "Is that him? Is that cat for real?" And he was like, "Bro, you don't believe me, right?" I was like, "Nah, I can't, bro, because it's the internet, bro. Like you can't just believe everything you hear on the internet." And then when I heard it, I was like, "Oh snap! That sound like this dude for real. Like this dude sound like the dude I be hearing in press conferences, bro. Was he on camera saying that? Nah, he can't. An NBA player can't come on nobody podcast visual and say something crazy like that because it'll break the internet." So, but ultimately, do I believe what that man was saying? Absolutely, right? Because he had been telling me, he was like, "I'll get you some proof. Here go my pops." His pops was like, "Nah, man, me and such is first cousins. You know what I'm saying? This is where we grew up with." He's saying his pops was saying, did the whole rundown. And I was like, "Hey man, thank you. I appreciate that." Because he ain't have to, but he did. He's basically verifying his story. And that man said on the Knicks Money Drive, "Man, I'll be a Knick whenever I want to be a Knick. Like the Knicks want me. All I got to do is say yes, and I'm a Knick." Is basically what that man was saying. And that was 3 years ago. That's why when I hear like, "Nah, Minnesota just threw Cat away so they can re-sign Randall and Nas Reed," I'm like, "Nah, man, come on, bro. Nas Reed and Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo for Cat." I just even in my basketball mind, I can't make myself. And I'm a Randle fan. Listen, man, I'm a Randle fan. I'm the number one Knicks Randle fan. When Randle was here, I was the number one Randle fan every night, defending Randle and keeping it a stack, right? But my man told me, so I knew anytime Cat could snap his finger and the next day he'd be a Knick. We knew that. And we also knew the other stuff that supported it. We also knew that for some reason, the Knicks had a connection with the University of Kentucky. We also knew that the Knicks this Leon Rose, Worldwide West, this crew wanted stars here in New York. We knew that. We knew that, right? That's why the whole thing with Cat, when I hear it when I get the sense of it as it was just a dump off type trade where Minnesota was just trying to dump Cat to save money. I'm like, nah, bro. That is not what I heard, bro. That's not what I heard. And also, Cat is such a good player that you like NBA teams generally, even if a team has a star on a salary like Cat, they just don't dump. They just don't trade these dudes unless the star player says, "I want to go." Right? Like Kevin Durant could have been traded 100 times. But if he say, man, I ain't going to New York, he ain't going to New York. Right? If Kyrie Irving says something like, man, trade me to Brooklyn. I'm going to Brooklyn, right? Bring James Harden. Like, yeah, man, I want to go to Brooklyn. They going to Brooklyn, bro. Like, even right now, a team, for instance.
And it depends on your leverage. It depends on your leverage.
What player at that money don't have leverage, bro?
Some of them don't. Some like maybe your the way your contract works, or where you are at in your contract. If you're locked in, like 4 years, like you ain't got leverage.
Like who?
Who's in that situation?
A max player. Just any max player. Just tell any max player can be traded to any scenario, any situation whatsoever without having to say so.
I know, but it's the team. The team has leverage too. The team may not want to, and it's like, hey, you gotta wait. It depends on the.
You got an example?
It depends on the situation and with the team. It depends on the team.
Right, but who though? I'm just asking for an example, because if you tell me who, I'll drop it.
Well, Giannis was there. Giannis is there. Giannis next year he has leverage. Like next year he has leverage. Like he could tell them he has the upper hand. Right now he doesn't.
Bro,
they're gonna drag it out. They can drag it out with him. Next year he could talk about hey, let's just pack it in. Like it's the contract's in your favor at some point, and other times you have to listen to the team.
Milwaukee.
If the team respects you, of course you can get out. But there's some teams that play hardball with you.
Milwaukee not doing that to Giannis, bro.
I know, but he's put in so many years that he probably has like a special, Yeah.
Milwaukee not doing that to Giannis, bro. They not trading Giannis. They don't even take offers for Giannis. Like
they don't want him going anywhere. They don't want him going anywhere.
I know that's what I'm saying.
They don't want him going anywhere. But there's time next. But this year they could have made it difficult. But next year Giannis has so much leverage that no matter how much they want to slow it down, Giannis can make their life miserable. He could put them in a situation where they have to do it.
Right. You saying
he has the upper hand where you say, hey, you know what? I said. Like he legit could do a Jimmy Butler.
Chris, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I've been saying the whole time. When you're a star, a max level player, you can snap your finger and control where you go. That's what I'm saying the whole time.
You have to have leverage, though. Your contract can't be like 4 years. You can't have 4 years left on your contract doing that.
That's why I disagree with you. I think that's ideal. Do you think the Knicks wouldn't trade right now for 4 years of Giannis?
Yeah, we would.
No, Knicks would, but Milwaukee be like, okay, you sit for 4 years, and then that's what the leverage is. When you only have a year left, it don't mean nothing.
And no free agent would ever go to bro. You're not gonna do the stars of the game. I know, like that.
But we're talking about contract leverage. Hopefully they're reasonable people that they have a good enough relationship where they can talk that kind of things out. But there's a difference between having 4 years on your contract and having a year left on your contract.
Bro, Minnesota. I mean, I'm sorry, not Minnesota, but if Milwaukee ever attempted to do anything close to that, bro, they would destroy their franchise, bro.
No, because like
Let's
okay,
welcome
so,
him, bro.
What's good, Freezy?
so
Salute,
if you got
salute.
if
Hey,
you got down to like 4 years left, and Giannis said, "Hey, I want to go to Knicks," and Milwaukee said, "Nah, I'm going to send you to the highest bidder." 4 years left, they can do that, and he's going to have to go along with it. 1 year left, he can say, "Hey, I'm gonna sit, and when I'm done sitting, I'm gonna leave for free." That's the leverage he has with a year left that he doesn't have if that when you have 4 years left that you don't have.
Bro, the NBA PA will file the biggest grievance ever. Are you gonna sit Are you gonna sit a MVP caliber
No,
player in his
you're
prime?
not sitting. He's saying he's gonna sit.
Right.
The
Okay.
team ain't sitting you. He's gonna say, "I'm gonna sit."
Yeah. Nah. They would just trade him, bro. Why would you create a PR nightmare for yourself by doing that to the greatest player to ever play for your franchise?
They need something in return. Like teams, like these are all threats. These are like threats that they lob. Hopefully, they come to a good, you know,
But I don't think you're gonna get any.
resolution.
I don't think you're
But
gonna get anything that's returned worthy of Giannis. Like 30 and 10 the last what 3-4 years. The guy's like consistently putting fans in the seats. Not only is he doing that, he won a championship with them. Like that's your bread and butter. You don't really get rid of him. Like
I know,
for
but you don't.
example,
With a year
like
left,
for example,
you don't lose him for nothing though. That's like you
okay,
can't.
so what happened to the Blazers when they got rid of Clyde Drexler? Like you see the drop off. Like that's what I'm saying. Like what's gonna end up happening when you get a guy that's as rare as Giannis and he wants to play for you, and then you trade him away? Your organized won't recover. I'm
I
still
know, but
think.
this we're talking
Go ahead.
about Giannis wanting to leave. We're talking about Giannis wanting
But
to leave.
it's not necessarily about Giannis. It's more about Cat, right? It's about Cat wanting to be a Nick, right? And saying, hey, behind the scenes, hey man, I'm ready, trade me to the Knicks. And then both organizations working on getting it done.
Yeah.
Right. And then what I'm saying is in that situation when Cat called the shot, because all Cat had to call it, he just played it. Right? Cat just played the call. He's like, yeah, it's time for me to get out of here. They want me to play second fiddle to their new up and comer when I also was the number one pick, and they used to do that for me. And it's gonna come a day when Anthony Edwards is in that same spot when he transitioning from the guy that they drafted number one and was building a franchise around, and then they have another up and comer, and now Cat is the second type guy, right? It's gonna happen. These things happen. Nobody stay top dog forever, right? When that day happened, Anthony Edwards, hey man, listen, man, I'm not splitting this shine with nobody, bro. Get me out of here. Minnesota ain't that great of a place, you know what I'm saying, for me to be playing second fiddle to anybody. Get me out of here. And for you know what, that man gonna be going somewhere. And Minnesota, while I do understand what Fritz is trying to explain to me, I'm trying to tell Fritz that when this is a players league. This is not a owners league like that no more. Like you're not gonna hold somebody in a place that don't want to be there because the PR backlash in a social media world it's not worth the negative press that you're gonna get by holding somebody there that don't want to be there. It's
But
not
who
worth
said he was trying to hold him? Who said they were trying to hold him?
it. Fritz, you just
You,
told me
you had you
you
had
just
two
said
motivated
that they had to you just
you
said
had
that the
two
organization
motivated
couldn't have the
sides.
leverage.
You had two motivated sides who wanted to get it done. They got it done.
They that's what I just
They got it done.
when you bro when Minnesota knows they're not a destination. They know that. Minnesota knows they're not a destination. That's why they have to hit on these draft picks that they get. Right? And they hit legit. Cat is a grand slam. Anthony Edwards is a grand slam. Everybody don't hit grand slams with the number one pick. They don't. Look at Atlanta. That dude Zachary Risachet. You can't compare him to Anthony Edwards, right? So Minnesota hit with their things. They know this. They got the biggest amount of juice for the squeeze possible, right? They did. But when Cat was like, yeah, it's time for me to go, guess what happened? Cat's gone. These guys that are on max contracts, when all they have to do is say it's time for me to go, and they're gone, bro. The organization is not going to hold them there. It's just not how the NBA worked in 2025. It's been like that for like almost 10 years. Almost.
Yeah, it's a very transient league.
Unless you're Pat Riley, or unless you're Danny Ainge, yeah. There's only like a couple holdouts who like real old school with it, but
if you watch them,
but even they losing their power.
Yeah, they look like dinosaurs now, bro.
Yeah, they getting too, and plus they too. They
doing think about when's the last great move you seen Danny Ainge make?
He don't make great moves.
Come to the Knicks,
bro. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's let like legit players he could have got first round picks for fall off the roster because he just waited too long.
And you know what? And if Fritz Alcindor notices that, guess who else notices it? Everybody.
Yeah.
This is why.
What he doing with Kessler? Like what he doing with Kessler playing these games? It's like, yo, everybody's like, yo, we offering you good deals. Like we offer you correct value for the kid, and you just keep pushing it and keep upping the price like for no reason. So next year, like you keep playing this game, you gonna try to do a Kaminga on him next year, and he said, "I'm good. I'll take the qualifying offer," and then you lose him for nothing.
Because in theory, they don't want him to take the qualifying offer, bro. What they want to do is for him to take a 360 deal like the Sixers offered Quentin Grimes. Hey, no, we're not offering you no 25 million. We'll offer you 9 million over 4 years, or 9.5 over 4 years. Quentin Grimes ain't taking that. That's a journeyman deal. Quentin Grimes view himself as something better than that. And that's the reason why I'm saying to you, guys like Jaylen Brown, for example, guys like Jaylen Brown that are on max contracts that a lot of teams would value, right? You're not gonna just, when he say it's time to leave Boston, bro, he gone. And it's gonna be teams lining up to get him at all those years and all those dollars.
Yeah, his contract's so heavy that it's almost he could dictate.
And the Sacramento Kings would trade everything in their mama to get him right now, and those years. The Sacramento Kings would legit give up the whole kit and caboodle right now to get Jaylen Brown.
Yeah,
Atlanta Hawks,
bro.
Where he from?
Yeah, he already talking. He already talking now. You saw it on the podcast. He was talking. He was talking about being a Hawk one day.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. The thing about Cat is like when you talk about guys that multiple time all-star, like Cat is gonna moonwalk into the Hall of Fame, whether people like him or not. Right? Whether people like Karl Anthony Towns or not, Karl Anthony Towns is gonna electric slide into the Hall of Fame, right? Whether you like the way his career went, the way it played out, whether you like him personally or dislike him personally, or if you feel like he should have did others, when the day come, that 5th year, when his name on the ballot, he gonna moonwalk into the Hall of Fame, right? Because right now, his numbers up against other Hall of Famers that have done similar things against Kevin Love and Kevin Garnett, his numbers are better than both of those. He gonna wear hard bottom shoes, moonwalking into the Hall of Fame, bro. Because Cat is just that good and skilled. That's why when it comes to like, did Cat have a choice, bro? Yes, he absolutely. Not only did he have a choice, he had the trump card, bro. He was trump tight. And some people are gonna beat some people. For instance, the one player I thought you was gonna say was Zach LaVine, but we didn't. Like Zach LaVine is the only player that I could think of that was on a type of contract like that couldn't call his own shot.
Well, what about real quick? Can I just ask Larry Marketing when he was with Chicago?
No, Larry
Okay.
Martin in this conversation. Bro.
But he wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't this Larry Marketing. He was kind of
I was
iffy.
just
He was
asking.
tweener. He was a tweener, and he was like, that's why they got him so cheap because like he was a tweener. They didn't know what he was.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe it was just me, but I just thought Larry was one. But all right.
No, you think Larry Markkinen is in the same category as Cat and Jaylen Brown?
No. I mean, he's a good player that didn't have the opportunity to go where he wanted to go. But then, like y'all just said, he was
But we not
a
talking about Cowboy Bob. You gotta. We not talking about good players, bro.
yeah.
Like we talking about dudes that legit are gonna moonwalk into the Hall of Fame. Like Giannis.
Yeah.
Giannis is gonna backflip into the Hall of Fame, bro. Cat is gonna cha-cha slide into the Hall of Fame. Jaylen Brown is gonna get Jaylen Brown legit is gonna Dougie all the way into the Hall of Fame, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Amen
these dudes that have this leverage, like Cat and Giannis and these type of guys, bro. They go wherever they want to go. It's why Dwayne Wade got it's the reason how Dwayne Wade got to Cleveland. Y'all remember the Dwayne Wade years in Cleveland?
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to pay him.
Yeah, Dwayne Wade was like, nah, man, I ain't taking this. Yo, you know what I'm saying? He's like, nah.
I mean, there hasn't been a situation like where a player couldn't go where he wanted to go. Like, look at Chris Paul. Was he about to be traded to the Lakers, and then David Stern blocked that trade?
Yeah, David Stern.
Yeah.
David Stern did the Mutombo on that, bro.
The only player who's really wanted to go somewhere and couldn't go is Zion, and he don't have the leverage.
Yeah,
he has zero leverage. You should have never signed that contract.
Speaking of which, what do you guys think about his weight loss? Do you think that makes him a quicker player, but might compromise his like strength in the low blocks?
I think he's gifted enough as a player to where his weight loss will give him his durability, and I don't think it'll affect this game. Because the thing is when you're lighter, your mentality is different, and I think that he's young enough and he's gonna play great. I want to see him healthy because I want to see a full season of him. Because I think I got like cut short from it, but I don't think it's gonna affect his game at all. I think it's just we're gonna see the Zion that everyone's been talking about.
You still gotta be healthy though. Like he's still.
All right, Bob. I'm gonna simplify this for you. His extremities are gonna take less beating, him being a lighter, just like Mitchell Robinson. Certain people aren't built to be playing at a certain weight. God bless Charles Barkley, who could play at 300 pounds and move the way he did back in those days. Not everybody's built like that. The game is a lot faster. These kids are a lot more agile. The gear, the sneakers, are not designed really to carry somebody 300 plus pounds with that much force and power to help him.
Shoes back then was
exactly. So you got to think. It's going to help his extremities a lot more than anything else, and it should add more years back onto his career. Provided that he stays healthy, he works out, and he stays injury free.
He's not skinny Zion. He's closer to what he was in college, but he's not skinnier than what we've seen him in college.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I just think that, like, if you lose 20 pounds, your body moves different, but you don't feel like that much of a difference. Your body will react different. That's what I said. I think he's fine. I think Zion gonna be who he was because.
But Cowboy, the Zion thing, not to cut you, bro, but I got to in the sense. The thing about the Zion thing, Zion ain't did nothing in the NBA, bro.
So he has no leverage. He
What has
signed a
Zion done
contract.
in the NBA?
Well, he
Nothing.
Yeah,
body up LeBron James when he was heavier.
yeah. But he signed one of the worst contracts ever, even though it's a max deal, where it has so many incentives in it that he's at a disadvantage. He can't say, "Hey, you know what? If I'm going to New York, I'm gonna sit." They're like, "Okay, we ain't gonna pay you," and that's how his contract is kind of set up. So like, he kind of messed himself up. He messed himself up.
Bro,
He has zero leverage.
this is what I'm saying about um players like Cat and maybe some others, bro. Like legitimately, there's only like when we talk about dudes getting max deals, for instance, one of the examples that we could probably use is when James Harden was in Philly and Daryl Morey promised James Harden he was gonna pay him.
Yeah.
And then that day didn't come, right? That day didn't come, right? Guess what James Harden did? James Harden said, trade me to the Clippers. And guess what Philly did? They traded him to the Clippers.
Oh, he made a PR nightmare though. He made a mess before he did it.
Bro, this is what I'm saying.
So
Like,
did Jimmy Butler.
bro, this is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like the whole thing of not thinking like a player can call his own shot and go where he want to go is not true. Because if you like those dudes that's legit, they path is somewhere.
Right.
Like they path is to the Hall of Fame, bro. These dudes can go wherever they want to go.
Exactly.
And as fans, if we don't like it, bro, we just gotta get over it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But both those teams, they had expiring deals. Both those players had expiring deals, so they had leverage. He's like, hey, "Yo, I could sit, and next time I can walk you, you ain't get nothing. So go trade with that team. Go get a couple picks, because if it's up to me, you ain't getting nothing."
Bro, that's a look at what's the name?
What about?
Milwaukee and Damian Lillard, right? Like
Mhm.
Milwaukee and Damian Lillard, like the whole Giannis and Dame Lillard thing was never gonna work from the beginning. Because
No.
Dame Lillard is not a point of attack defender, for one. He makes a whole lot of money for two. And in closing moments, when Giannis wants to be Giannis, Damian Lillard wants it to be Dame time. We knew this wasn't going to work from the time it was speculated. Basketball Minds was like, that is never going to work because if Damian Lillard is not playing defense throughout the game and Giannis can't take defensive time during games because we know Giannis is not locked in defensively all game long for 40 minutes. He can't be that and the best scorer in the league. So he's got to
Yeah.
be defensively locked in moments. Right? Now, is he great in those moments? Yeah, we know Giannis is a great defender in moments, but no person is going to score 32 points a game and be the best defender in the NBA at the same time. No player is going to be. I don't care who you think it is. Elijah Wan wasn't that. Chamberlain wasn't that. Everybody that scored a lot and was great defenders, they took time off from one to do the other.
Yes.
Because it's impossible to do both. Because even if you can do both at the same time at a high level, then you probably average 20 points a game and is all NBA defense, maybe defensive player of the year, right?
Okay.
Or if it's the other way around, right, you can put all your energy into one and then just be sufficient at the other. Giannis ain't gonna be there. That's why when you watch this, why y'all think they waived Dame? Like they legit stretched Damian Lillard, bro. Do you know what kind of blemish that's gonna be on their front offices, whatever? They
They
legit they
they
stretched him, bringing Miles Turner,
yeah they boxed themselves in a corner. Like
bro.
the way the way the contracts are set up, they boxed themselves in a corner. Like they had no picks available. They had nothing. Like you couldn't literally do anything. You can
Bro,
only
that
trade a bad player for an even worse player and hope he does good.
and hope he does good, right? Or something, or hopes somebody falls in love with that player and to overpay you for him, right? And so, but that's the reason why I'm saying these guys like Giannis, right? They knew Giannis wasn't going nowhere. That's why they stretched Dame, because if they knew Giannis wanted to go somewhere else,
They would have
right?
kept him.
They would have just traded Giannis. They'd have put Giannis on the auction block, right? Now, mind you, Giannis would have had his destinations. And I want to either go to Miami or Brooklyn, right, or something crazy like that. Like he'd have been Miami or Brooklyn, and y'all would have heard all kind of speculation about how Miami got Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero, a bunch of first round picks on a block for Giannis. Because a dude in Giannis's position can call where he want to go. It's just what it is.
Yeah, Giannis. I think Giannis about the next year he'll bounce. You saw them. You heard the comments he said a few days ago, talking about I know Milwaukee gonna trade me. It's inevitable. Like they're gonna have to trade me eventually.
Yeah.
Acting like it's on them, like it's up to them. And like acting like it ain't him.
Yeah.
Wanting to go.
And to be honest with you, what else when you spend a pick on a lottery pick, that lottery pick develops, puts butts in seats, help you build a new stadium or new arena, wins MVP, wins you an NBA Finals. What else does that player owe you? Nothing. So when that player say, "Hey, listen, man, I want to go to whatever coastal city, like whatever city on the coast, like you trade me to who on the coast, Miami? Yeah, trade me to Miami, right? I'm like, you can't just tell us where you want to go, but all right."
Yeah, they give me something decent, I'll take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why when I heard the thing about Cat, I knew it was true, because if you're Minnesota, what are you gonna do? Like, you just legitimately before the coach that they got there, they had the worst coaching stretch. And you talking about a team that wasted draft picks and talent, bro. They went from like Kurt Rambis to Tom Thibodeau to the Saunders, was Flip Saunders' son, and all those years, bro. Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? Go back to that? Nah, you can't go back. You can't go back to that and then have Anthony Edwards looking at you side-eyed like, y'all really gonna waste my career like y'all did this guy, and then have him also asking out. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things. That's what, when certain things like Virtuoso, when certain things, like when I hear the media speak about stuff, I'm like, yeah, this right here is clickbait.
Yeah.
Right? This right here is clickbait. Like some stuff that you hear, like the Lakers not gonna trade LeBron or something like that. If LeBron told the Lakers to trade him, bro, guess what the Lakers would be doing?
This summer they would have begged. They would have loved to do it. They would have loved to do it this year.
But only a max player can do it. Like Zion can't do it. Zion ain't that. Bro, did y'all know how long Brandon Ingram was waiting on his contract extension?
Yeah.
The Pelicans didn't even give it to him. They traded him away. That's how he had to get it.
You know how many people wanted Brandon Ingram, but they say, "Oh, we just ain't giving you that money, but we love to have you here." But we ain't giving you that extension.
No.
Yo, Freezy, I just want to let you know that prior to following your channel, right? I used to be, subscribed to Ron's channel, Man is the Knicks, and I did buy into that. I did buy into that Kawhi hype. Momentarily, because like, listen, the way I look at the NBA, it's a relationship league, but it's like it feels like it's just 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon type stuff. You know what I mean?
But that don't mean you were wrong. That don't mean he was wrong.
No, I'm not throwing him under. That's my guy, bro. I'm not throwing Ron under. I think he believed what he was hearing.
Yeah. I don't think he was wrong. They legit put feelers out on a bunch of teams and basically made a list for each team.
It's a bid.
Like, this is what we want. This is what we want from you. This is the side stuff we want from you. They said they tried like 5 teams.
Right. Yeah.
Clippers is just the one that went above and beyond. They the one met the whole list.
Yeah, that the Clippers thing is kind of peculiar because I heard something about Steve Ballmer setting up Steve Ballmer setting up a fake foundation for Kawhi to get him paid.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it's true. But
Jesus.
but they said this week he gave Lakers a list,
Right.
and he wanted, like that side money for Jeannie Buss.
Yeah.
They said Jeannie Buss's advice for him is, you should ask for all this stuff in writing.
Escrow. Put in an escrow.
I said she ready to set them all up.
Yeah.
You should ask for all this in writing.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, bro, I don't think that's a LeBron. I mean, a Kawhi thing. I think guys have been kind of skirting the. Anytime you have rules in place, bro, people are gonna try to skirt the rules.
Yeah.
Right. Like
there's rules for me and rules for thee, but not for thee. I mean,
yeah.
But it's not. It really wouldn't have been that far off. But it's just that he wanted it for nothing. That's the one that made it. So if he just sent out a couple emails, hey, I'm just gonna send out a couple tweets, it would have been kind of okay, according to the league. But he just wanted it for absolutely nothing. Like, don't ask me for nothing, just send me my check. Which is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. That's beyond the bizarre, bro. So, yeah, man. That's why, man. So Lee, that's why I was saying, man, the whole thing about these guys. Like, it's gonna come a time, because we talk about it often, whether we realize it or not. But on this, man, I've been a content creator. Well, I ain't gonna say for a long time, but man, maybe about 5 years. It'll be 5 years in October. Lee, it'll be 5 years.
Yeah,
bro.
It'll be almost 6 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it'll be but during this time, I always hear, like, especially in the early days when the Knicks was trash, that some disgruntled Max player is gonna get disgruntled and pick a destination.
Yep.
Right. So now and then when we look at Karl Anthony Towns and we think, and not to be the dead horse, because I don't believe in abusing animals, but it's one of the things. I'm like, man, of course this dude said he wanted to be in a different situation, bro. You know what I'm saying? It bro, after a while is anybody on the panel ever been in a relationship and it be really good, and then it wind up being like a job, and then after a while you like, man, I need to do something else. Anybody ever been in that situation before?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I have. In the beginning, it's love. It's all love, and then it turned into a job, and then it turned into like, man, I gotta pull a parachute on this thing. You know what I'm saying? So, and I mean, I don't know if y'all have been through that. I've experienced that before, right? Like when a thing you like, you know what? No, I gotta do something else. You know what I'm saying? And they no harm. And I know Cat will probably never come out and say it publicly, but have you heard Cat say anything outside of I love being in New York since he been here?
I don't think so. Yeah, I mean that's what it is. It's it's a business relationship.
Big Yak is the GOAT, bro. Big Yak is the GOAT.
Wow.
I wasn't going there with it. Big Yak. I mean, not that serious. But yeah, man, things happen. sometimes relationships get sour, bro, or sometimes like it'd be like a weird thing of communication when you saying one thing, with it things happen, bro. Things happen, bro. So I'm just, you know, I to be honest with you, I think if we didn't have a new CBA, I think a lot of other players would have been saying that now too, doing the
Yeah.
same thing. Like, yo, trade me to Phoenix or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, trade me somewhere, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, am I the only one that believed that? Am I the only one that's like,
No, you're not the only one. You're not. I mean, listen, Michael Jordan had that trade chip in his pocket for years,
Mm.
for years,
yeah,
and chose not to use it because he had with the leverage and the control. And also, too, to be honest with you, I think Michael Jordan was getting chips on the side anyway in Chicago for all them years him sitting around there watching everybody else get paid.
of course, of course, of course. Let me shift this gear. Yesterday, I was on the Queen show, and I was going to talk to y'all about this topic, and I don't know if y'all want to talk about it or not. I think it's a fascinating conversation to talk about. I don't know if y'all heard me talk about it or not, but here goes. I think Malcolm Brogdon is going to be the starting point guard, and we're going to see Jalen Iverson playing off ball. And I think I think the backup point guard is, I think the backup point guard is Jalen Brunson, and not coming off the bench, not like that. But I think having Malcolm Brogdon as a starter with Cat and Brunson unlocks Cat and Brunson, makes Cat. I think with Malcolm Brogdon on the floor, Cat can average about 27 points a game. I think Jalen Brunson can average about 27 points a game. Those two, just with Brogdon on the floor, having somebody that knows how to run half court sets and has done so at a high level for years.
That's a lot of
I'm gonna
trust.
say, hold on a second. For instance, the Knicks training staff is going to be having to work overtime to keep this man on the court. If that's going to happen, I'm just saying. If that's going to be the deal, I'm not saying it's far fetched, Rizzy, because that's a thought because it adds size to the backcourt. You know, we don't lose much as far as defensively, and like you just said, you know, it'll unlock them. That is a hell of a wow. Now you got me really thinking. That's gonna be interesting. I would like to see that happen. If they keep him healthy, then that whole Malcolm Brogdon thing. It might change my opinion on it if it works itself out that way. But we'll have to see.
Bro, I think it works because um and I think I tried to explain this last night, but I think it works because um if you start Brogdon and you get out to a fast start, you can play them less after you get a big lead. Like if the Knicks are the number one team in the East and say they're 42 and 15, right? Then on certain nights, on nights of back to back, you can sit Brunson and OG and Mitch, and then just play Brogdon, Clarkson, Deuce, Huck Porty, and Shamit. And you may win, you may lose, but at the end of the day, you win because you basically load managed the guys that you want to have healthy in the playoffs.
Mm.
Sound like y'all hate that idea.
No, I
No,
just
I
love
don't
my
hate it.
Malcolm Brogdon.
I don't hate it. I'm just I'm rolling around in my brain right now as you speak. As you speak, and I mean, it sounds good, but the biggest thing I'm concerned about is the health part.
Yeah.
That's it, the health issue. And as much as we talk about how Mitch is banged up, injury prone, Malcolm Brogdon, that's a big gamble. That's a major gamble.
Okay.
Not to say I'm against it, because I'm always about you know what extra leverage or what can we do to stabilize and make sure that we have a formidable starting five. Because last year was so inconsistently inconsistent. At the end it got pathetic at the end. So why not? I mean, we got a new coach. Let's see how he might throw it together or work it out. Who knows? I'm open.
Yeah, I'm like, if you're gonna make a plan for the season, it gotta be something sustainable, and something like that. I can't see it sustainable if he ain't playing 50 games and like 7, 8, like nah, like it's been a while. Like if it was 3 years ago, if you rewind the clock 3 years ago, man, without a question.
He wouldn't be here if it was
I
three
know
years
you
ago.
wouldn't be here, but no question, like you could do that and nobody would have questioned you. But then the last 3 years, his health been shaky.
Right. You know what I question though, as
Hmm.
opposed to the health thing. The health thing, I don't question that. I question the motives of NBA franchises when they trying to tank for superstars, bro. That's what I question. Like legit, I think teams that um are trying to draft them the next Jalen Brunson, they're gonna tank. That's just what it is. Teams like that want um the next Michael Jordan, they're gonna tank and try to develop them the next Michael Jordan. That's just what they're gonna do, in my opinion. Right?
I mean, that's what Utah's been doing with the last 3 or 4 seasons, correct? Since Danny Ainge got there.
Definitely.
And Portland. And don't forget Portland was tanking too.
Facts, facts.
Right?
And New Orleans to some degree.
Yeah. 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 Utah, like these teams, bro, they tank, bro. Like if you can't win it, because the thing is, the motivation is if you can't win championship, what are you winning? Right? Like if you legit are not a championship contender, what are you doing?
Hmm.
Is your
Yeah.
fan base gonna settle for you being 41-41? Is that what a fan base really wants? And to me, to be honest with you, as a Knicks fan, I think the most frustrating years of Knicks existence is not when we win 19 games and we getting the brakes beat off us on national TV. I can deal with that because most of the time you either got young players you're trying to develop or you're trying to tank to get young guys you're trying to develop,
Hmm.
right? But when you win 37 games, bro, and your best player is Tim Hardaway Jr., those are the most frustrating years, bro.
Yeah.
Because it's like a slap in your face. Because it's mediocre.
Yeah,
It's just
like
straight mediocre.
yeah, like because think about this, man. When you trying to when you are legit a 38 win team and your backcourt is Trey Burke and Tim Hardaway Jr. and maybe you got Quincy AC at power forward or something, you know you ain't going nowhere, bro. You know you ain't going nowhere. So if you got Malcolm Brogdon out there who is playing for a championship contender, but at the same time you got Kashan George, Bilal Koulibaly, AJ Johnson. As soon as Malcolm Brogdon say, "Hey, I woke up this morning, man, not feeling well." Oh, he out flu-like symptoms. He out 3 weeks.
Hmm.
That's just and if we like, you know what I'm saying? If we're thinking like, nah, teams don't do that. Just think about Cameron Payne earlier in the season. Y'all remember when Deuce had the court issue early in the year, and Deuce had missed like 4 games, but in them 4 games, Cameron Payne was Cameron Payne. Yo, we was talking about giving Cameron Payne a contract extension. Y'all remember how hot Cameron Payne was? No, nobody,
Barely.
Yeah,
nobody remember at the beginning of the season
yeah, yeah, yeah,
when
yeah. You talking about when he pulling Evan?
bro. Remember, Deuce got hurt. Deuce got hurt on a Friday. Like the Saturday they said, Deuce might be out for a while. Deuce is gonna be out weeks, right? We're gonna reevaluate Deuce in 10 days, right? Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as Cameron Payne got hot, Deuce McBride was back that Friday. You're like, damn, this what the
Right.
ain't happening.
He was always back.
The chat know I ain't lying, bro. The chat know I ain't lying. Deuce, they was like, we're gonna evaluate Deuce in 10 days. Cameron Payne got on the heater, and the next thing you know, Deuce McBride was warming up. Like Deuce missed 3 games in that 4th game. He was warming up pregame, and then that Friday he was playing. Right? Like legit, bro. The NBA players, bro. Yeah, man. Yo, yeah, man. Yeah, man. So, yeah. Hey, Cowboy Bob, you still here?
Mm.
Oh, Cowboy
We
Bob.
cut. You know the time zone. Sleep.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Virtuoso, you want to say something to me? You was asking me a question.
No. I didn't bring up a question.
How you been, bro?
Man. Just more heartbreak, man. I lost my friend over the summer, man, and I just
Oh
kind of been.
man. Oh
Yeah,
My
man.
heart
yeah.
go out to you.
I
Don't tell me
appreciate
that.
it, man. But
Man.
that's part of life, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
It's not the good part though,
no, no, man. The parents get old, and it's like it's getting to that time, and it's like, man, heartbreak is imminent, but we gotta live through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man. But I'm surviving, man. I'm just here at work, man. Just I'm glad to be talking to you guys, man. For real, man. It's been a while. Um,
Yeah, man.
yeah, but yeah. I got a lot of I got a lot of hope for this team, man. I like what they did over the summer, man. For real. It's some good pickups, man. Some good pickups.
I think the Knicks are gonna win a championship for you, bro.
I appreciate that, man. I mean, yeah. I mean, look. I remember when you guys said last year, at the end of it, it's like, it's giving me, 94, 95 vibes, man.
Yeah,
No mic, no problem. Remember that? Now that
yeah,
turned out. So this is it, man. We got to strike.
yeah, yeah. David Smith put something in the chat, bro. David Smith, we gotta relax, bro. Like legit, this is what we did. Deuce McBride has to start.
I was thinking about Jordan Clarkson starting, but because the thing is, like last year, Hart to me was not starter material. I felt that he should be a second unit, being in a quick lineup because I like his explosiveness. He runs in transition, you know, creates opportunity for other guys. He's a rebounder. That's what you like to see. From a guy that small. Plays a power forward position. So yeah, yeah, I like this unit, man. For real, for real. Um, the cohesiveness has to be there, and I like Bob's, Cowboy Bob's preamble about possessions, man. That is important, man. We got
Right,
to limit their ability to take shots away from us, you know.
right,
Uh, and we got to take care of the basketball. Most importantly, that's you know, if they're gonna run in transition. That I remember. Look, and this is kind of a question in relate to that to what he was saying about 8 seconds or 5 seconds or less. Remember when D'Antoni was coaching this team? Did he really implement that 7 second or less, offense successfully when he was a Knicks coach?
Now he didn't
Oh
have the
hell no!
guards to do it for us.
He didn't have it. He didn't have Steve Nash.
Yeah, he didn't.
Nah,
You remember those guards?
he had Melo and the ball stick. Shout out to Melo. Glad he made it to the Hall of Fame, man.
Yeah, he didn't. He had his point guards were Torrey Murray. You remember Torrey Murray?
Boy,
No, did
You remember Torrey Murray?
no, but didn't we have Raymond Felton at that time?
We had Ray Felton for a spell.
Yeah,
We had Ray Felton, Mike Woodson,
yeah.
Ray Felton, but we had what's my guy name?
Landry Fields.
Yeah, Landry Fields was here, but what's the other guard name? We got him from the Tony. You remember Tony Douglas?
Tony Douglas. Yeah, I remember Tony
We had
Douglas.
Tony Douglas, and we had what's the other guard name?
Lynn.
No, he wore number 21 for us. Well, Lynn too, but what's the guy name? I see his um he was the one. He the one. Him and what's the dude's name? Oh,
See, this is where I got to go to basketball reference.
I forget the guy name. Maurice Endower. Remember Maurice Endower?
Oh, barely.
Yeah, Maurice Endower and this guard messed up the tank. That's why we wound up getting Porzingis instead of Cat. Oh golly. I'm gonna Google it. I'll be trying to go off the top of my head, but I gotta Google it. Let me Google the 2013. Oh, isn't it 2014, 15 Knicks? Yeah, 2014, 15 Knicks roster. As soon as I say his name, you're gonna be like, oh yeah. What's my guy name? Langston Galloway.
Yes.
Hey,
There
Langston
you go.
Galloway is his name. Langston
Galloway.
Galloway and Maurice Endower got hot and messed up the tank for us.
Oh man.
Oh my God, bro. Oh my God, bro. Maurice Endower. I could just every time I think about Endower, bro, I'm like, man, what the
I think Melo ruined our second team if he just waited for free agency.
Yeah, man. Was it Maurice Endower? Let me see. I'm trying to remember if it was Maurice Endower? It was somebody. It was Langston Galloway and somebody, y'all, messed up the tank. It was Maurice Endower and why can't I find Maurice Endower's name? Why can't I find his name? It was Langston Galloway and it wasn't Clee Anthony Early. It was
Clay Anthony early. That's another one. Let's remember some guys.
And it wasn't the Knicks tape era either.
No, that was Woodson.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, man. I'm trying to think. What's this dude's name? Yo, they don't even have this man's name on the. And I know he played for the Knicks, bro. Because Maurice Endower is the one that got the putback layup at the buzzer. We beat the Pistons, and then we wound up tied for the worst record. When if we'd have just lost that game, there wouldn't have been a tie for the worst record. We'd have had the worst record. And Maurice Endower hit a putback at the buzzer. Langston
Well, you know what? Listen, this is look. The lottery is that's the other mountain we have to climb. And what happened to whatever team that was interested in getting Cooper Flag, whoever tanked for that guy, is why I don't miss the team, my Knicks being a lottery team. It's it's harsh.
Right.
I like where we are right now. Okay.
Because you know what, I'm glad you said that because I was thinking about that the whole time we were talking. You was talking about that, Freezy, but them Adam Silver days of rewarding the worst team.
Yeah.
Nah, Adam Silver's gonna send that player to where he feels like that young man's gonna flourish the
Saving
most.
franchises like he saved Chicago with Derrick Rose.
I'm sorry, but like
Exactly.
that is frozen envelope 2.0.
Yeah, yeah. Like how they saved New Orleans with Zion. Remember how New
Mm-hmm.
Orleans was toxic,
Yeah.
bro? It was
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Davis was trying to leave. Julius
Hmm.
Randle had I think Julius Randle had just signed there. I
Hmm.
think Randle had
Mm-hmm.
just signed there or something, and it was crazy, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because LA didn't match his I mean, match his rookie offer. So
Right.
yeah, that was.
Yeah,
Oh well.
The Lakers let him walk. That was the biggest mistake they made, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, Magic had to do whatever he could for he did all that for eight. He did
Hey,
all that just to get. What was it for AD and LeBron, or who was that for?
I
LeBron.
think, um, I think what
LeBron was his final act, before he retired from being president of
Man,
operations. But
that was just before the bubble.
yeah, he said it like with confidence, with his chest out. Look, if we don't bring LeBron, I'm leaving. Oh, he
yeah,
left anyway. Really got me.
yeah,
It's so telegraphed that move.
No, matter of fact, no, because that's when they had they had Ball, Ingram. That's when they were really, really, really young.
Hmm.
And then I think they let Julius Randle go for nothing. And
Yeah.
then the next year they traded everybody for Anthony Davis
yep,
because they just signed LeBron.
including Josh Hart.
Yeah.
Yep, that's how
Yeah,
Josh Hart ended up in New Orleans and then went to Portland afterwards.
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. Mhm.
Yo, Frieza, I just wanted to ask you, what did you guys, what did you think of the fight? With the Canelo and Crawford? You saw it?
Yeah, I saw it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it, bro.
Mm.
Satisfying.
I saw it, man. No disrespect, man, to Canelo, but he got outclassed big time, man.
He
And
did.
I'm a Canelo fan too, by the way.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't know.
I thought it was gonna be a better fight than that.
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna be a better fight. But you know what the worst thing of it all was
Yeah.
the scoring.
the scoring was
Bro,
Because
listen. I wasn't confident. Listen, I'm standing to the man that I've been supporting for years, but like, I just did. To me, it was no confidence vote. I thought it was gonna be a draw. Sure enough, man, two judges scored at 115 and 113. So either one of them or both of them actually could have gave Canelo one more round, and I could have came away with $700.
yeah, yeah,
That's how crazy this is with boxing, man.
yeah,
Scoring, man, it's corrupt.
bro. That's crazy, bro.
It didn't even
mm,
look like that, man. That to me, that was like 10-2. Like,
Bro, yeah. The thing, and stuff like that be bothering me, bro.
yeah. That's why, it hurts me, to become a boxing fan. I'm almost checked out, really. You know, I've been watching the sport for 30 years, man, and I'm like, I'm close to being done, with all the bullshit that be happening, man.
bro, let me tell you that sport is pretty much done because let me tell you something. All the great boxers are defensive ends in the NFL. You know what I'm
Same
saying?
here.
Outside linebackers. Since the heavyweight division has fell apart, the sport has not survived. And
No,
then and then these lighter weights, these guys, these guys are pretty good, but they don't last too long.
no.
You know, and it's just what it is now. Go back, and also too because it's such a shame anyway. And UFC is proving it time and time again.
Well, when you have control of a sport like that, man, many people is gonna mess with your brand, They're gonna gravitate towards that. People want, like, they just scored a behemoth of a deal with Paramount. $7.7 billion, man.
That's a lot
It
of
goes to
money.
show that networks, they don't want to deal with the politics of the sport. When they want something, like an entity, they want the whole of it, not just a part of.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, HBO had it. Showtime had it.
Yep.
No.
Which is why
Oh
they had
well.
to, the people behind that deal, they had to amend the Muhammad Ali Act, and people are like all up in their arms, like, dude, these people that are complaining about that, they didn't say nothing because fighters been exploited, ever since that bill has been drafted in 2000.
Right.
They don't give a damn. They just don't want these
Mm-mm.
guys, these new money guys to come in. But they're just trying to, revive the sport, try to be
I'll,
more competitive.
I'll tell you what I see. What I see in the game now is,
Hmm.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Um, I think with boxing,
Hmm.
with boxing, like when I boxed, you absolutely could not be scared to get hit,
Right.
right? Like when I boxed, man, you had to be a fighter,
Yes.
right? Like you had to be a fighter, and you didn't necessarily have to be nice off the hands, right? But being nice off the hands was a plus because you could have
Hmm.
just been a puncher. Like
Hmm.
some people just can punch, or some people just got that energy where they just never quit, right? Like legit. When I look at fighters like Ernie Shavers,
Right.
like Ernie Shavers just had power. Man, Deontay Wilder just power and athletic, right? And reach, right? When I started fighting, and so I started really boxing in 78. In
Okay.
19, I was like, no, it was well, you know what? I would say officially in 1978. It's like 10 years
Right.
old, 9 years old, 10 years old, something like that.
Hmm.
And so going into the gym, and the first time I got in the ring where things started really counting was like 1978. I
Hmm.
probably got in the ring probably earlier than that. But you know
Hmm.
how they give the kids like the big old gloves, and you being there with the big
I
helmet on.
mean, that's before my time, Freezy, because that's probably when they had PAL boxing.
Yeah, exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah, they don't have that no more. That's all
Yeah,
gone to squad gear.
yeah. It went because when you stop, and when they stopped investing money in the communities and stuff, that's one of the first things that went. Because
Yeah.
the reason why is because police officers can make money in overtime by doing
Hmm.
that. And when they cut that out, then you like,
Yeah, and not
but
only that, Freezy, but also like the real estate costs, because I've seen gyms close down, man,
yeah, they closing down, bro.
especially here, man.
Yeah, the one of the gyms I used to go to was in Jersey City on Communipal. They
Hmm.
closed. Man, that gym had Buddy McGirt used to come in there off the island, right?
Oh
Like,
shit.
yeah, he used to come in there off the island, and um um this was like 80. No, this was like 95,
Hmm.
94, 95. Lee, hey Lee, he was in there, right? And I walked out there like
Mhm.
I'm in there fresh out the military. You know, I'm in great shape. Yeah, out of the military. And
Best of your life.
yeah, yeah. And so I walk in the gym, and he's like, "What you want?" And I'm like, "I want all your suckers to line up so I can get them out of here." You like, I'm like, "Buddy McGirt, look at you, bro. Like, who Buddy McGirt think
You
you
really
talking
said
to?"
that, Unc?
Yeah, man, bro. Back then,
Damn. You.
Oh,
I'm
Bob,
glad
wake
I
up
know
out
you
of
now.
that
I'm
coma.
glad I know you now. Looking like a
bro,
George Foreman.
is back then I was, but back then, ironic. Well, probably so, because back then I was probably a little taller than George Foreman. Well, you know what? In my boxing prime years, I was bigger than George Foreman. In my prime years, I was about 230. Like in my novice years, I was like 199. Right. So,
Wow.
but you know how it is, man. You start dating, you get your little girl. She like to cook. You discover
Mm-hmm.
what mac and cheese is or whatever. You
Oh
know,
man.
you know.
Yeah.
Y'all act like y'all ain't never been in a relationship before, bro. Y'all ain't never had a girlfriend.
Man,
You know what I'm saying? Instead of
yo,
going,
get a cold sex and cold 40s used to
oh my
get you in
god,
trouble.
Collard greens and neck
bro.
bones. Yep.
Thunderbird with Kool-Aid in it, bro. You like
Oh wow.
so
Exactly.
yeah, so I put on the low pounds after I got out of the military. I was still in great shape, but not in military. You know how you're not in military shape. It's like the shape. You know how you're not running like 6 miles a day. Like for PT, I would run 3 miles a day. But in my boxing training, I would run 3 miles a day in the morning, right? Do boxing practice, take a shower, go to PT, work out at PT, and then what I'm saying, do my job at the motor pool or whatever, and then go to boxing practice. And then after that, I call it an early night. Like legit, I used to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning, so I used to go to sleep around 10. You wake up like 3:30, something like that. You know how when you're young, you don't really get no sleep. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like round the clock,
Listen, I'm 38 and I'm about to be 39. And I still get no sleep.
bro.
Yep.
Bro,
I wake up
That's
three
gonna end
thirty in the
soon.
morning.
Yeah.
I remember in that same gym, a dude hit me so hard, I had a tone in my ear for like 2 weeks. Like no matter what I did, it was just there. It's like in my ear,
Yeah.
it just wouldn't go
Yeah.
away. You know what I'm saying? And then
That's got to be like a punctured eardrum.
yeah, but like an idiot, I never went to the doctor. Like I never went to the doctor, and I should have. But when you're young, you don't know no better. And then the people you know are young and don't know no better. You know, like you know how when you're young, you stay getting bad advice, but you don't know it's bad advice because everybody's like, "Yo, he lit, man. So don't go to no doctor, man. Don't be soft." And then when I look back,
Bro, and man, it was fine upon to go to go to go to sick call because they needed you at work
yep,
every
Put the
day.
tussin
every
on
day,
it.
every day, every day. As a matter of fact, virtual. Since you're here, I'll tell you. My first official boxing match as a novice. I'm talking about after I got my license from the Texas State Boxing Commission, right? So I get
Okay.
my license from the Texas State Boxing Commission, and everybody is. Y'all ever heard of this thing called East Bay? Like the East Bay book used to come.
Yeah, for
Oh yeah,
Oh
baseball,
yeah,
for
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
sports. Yeah.
So all these dudes is legit ordering their stuff off the East Bay book, man. They getting their hands wrapped with their name on it. They getting their boxing boots, man. Like they boxing boots was like the $80 Nikes with the glittery tassels on it and all that. And I
Mhm.
ain't had no money. I ain't had no money, right? So man, I'm in
That's
there
me looking at it East Bay kind of like I had no money, but I was just window shopping all the pages.
just looking, daydreaming, right? So
Yeah.
Mhm.
the only thing I got out of there was the two things I needed. I absolutely had to have a mouth guard, right? So I had
Yeah,
to buy
that's a
it,
must.
and I had to get the groin protector. I had to have it, bro.
That's another
And
must.
and then the one they sent me, hey Nick, yeah, that's absolutely what it was, bro. But the boxing guard they sent me, it didn't fit, right? Because the dudes that I was boxing with, they was like, "Yo, man, you 200 pounds, bro. You got to get the heavyweight guard. These dudes be hitting." And so I get the heavyweight guard, but when you 6'5", 199, it don't fit like a heavyweight, bro. It fit like your little brother trying on your clothes, right?
Yeah. Just for
Mhm.
So,
that, you got to go to the dentist to really measure. You know
bro, well, the mouth guard. You know what I did? I took my
what?
mouth guard and soaked it in water and put it in the microwave. I microwaved that thing for like
You
20
Yup.
shrunk it.
Yep, till it got moldable, and I put it in my mouth and held it. And then once
Yeah.
I did that, I just walked around with it, just in my mouth everywhere I went,
Mm,
and I worked it
no.
till it actually, what I'm saying, till it actually fit, got comfortable. But with the groin guard, I had to take. Y'all know what duct tape is?
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Yup. We
I
know.
I had to take.
That's your tape for the gloves.
Yeah, bro, I had to take duct tape and duct tape the back of the groin guard. So I had like a little pooch in the back, and
Yeah.
and they used to call me
Mhm.
Rooster. They did like dudes be like, "Look, you look like a damn rooster." But anyway,
Yo, you know what's funny, Crazy? Today I was walking by the Upper West Side. I just walked by this court, right? And underneath those double rims, which I hate whenever I shoot ball, right?
right,
They had this heavy bag, this small heavy bag. I'm thinking about going there, trying on some combos over there.
right.
That's what my brother tells me. Like that's the best way to get in shape is boxing.
Bro, boxing legit. You use every muscle in your body, bro.
Right.
Like especially muscles that you don't realize you use, right?
Mhm.
Like the your side abdominal and oblique
The
area, like
obliques.
from your arm, from your underarm down through your side. Bro, you
Right.
don't realize how much you use that during the course of the day. But when you boxing, at the end of a man, you like, bro, legit after sparring, legit after I get out the shower, bro, I would have to put pillows on each side, man, and just lay like this in the bed, bro, because I'd be so sore with it. It'd be like it's
Yeah.
just crazy.
Epsom
Like I
salt,
didn't even
man.
know I thought hamstrings was make believe until I started boxing, bro.
I'm like hamstring. Tasty.
Yeah, hamstrings, bro. I thought they was make believe, bro, because you really can't see it. You know how they do the imaging, and you really can't, But
Yeah.
what I was gonna say, my first boxing match, I lost so bad, that a dude was like, well, he was because what I didn't know, and this will make y'all laugh. What I didn't know was I didn't know what a chin was. Like I would see people get highlights, people get hit in the chin, and they be going to sit there like a dude legit that was better than me. Like we be sparring, and
Mhm.
oh, I tell you who did it first.
Cool.
Y'all remember Terrell Biggs?
I
Yeah.
remember the story. I remember the
That
story.
was one of Mike
I'm on
Tyson's
mute.
opponents, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I was
Terrell.
gonna say, do you ever run into Tim Witherspoon?
Yep. 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 I think I met Tim Witherspoon. I met Tim Witherspoon and Alex De La Hoya at the same time, matter of fact, in Arizona. But
Okay.
This is the craziest story ever.
bro, Terrell Biggs walks in the joint and everybody like, yo, champ, such a champ. And I'm like, who y'all calling champ? And Terrell Biggs is like me. I'm like, you ain't the champ, Mike the champ.
Wow.
And so I'm like, Mike the champ. And he like, oh, yo, get him the stuff. I'm going to show him right now. Like,
Wow.
show who? Who? You, boy, you. And listen, and I ain't gonna lie. When he came, he was clean too. Y'all remember this brand, Lecoq Sportif, the little joint with the rooster on it? They used to have
Yeah.
the windsuits.
Yeah. I think I've seen him on soccer uniform with
Bro,
some retro shit.
he was clean, bro. He had on the freshest windsuit you ever saw, bro. That man was
Yeah.
clean, bro. And I was like, bro, you better keep them girl clothes on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like this me talking. I don't know
What is wrong with you?
I don't know, bro. I had a death wish, bro. I had a death wish, bro.
Oh,
What you
sorry.
do? Get burnt
Bob,
by
let him
a
finish the
animal?
story.
Bro, I had
Bob, let him finish the story.
so basically what happened is he like, yo, get him the gloves right now. Like, you ain't gotta go get nothing, bro. We can go right now off the hands. He's like, nah, bro. He's like, yo, he's snapping his finger at his man, and his man running over there. He's like, hey man, go ahead and take me up, bro. We can already get in here. And he's like, nah, champ, man, you know what I'm saying? You got it. He's like, nah, man. I'm like, yo, you better listen to your mans.
Yeah.
You better listen to your mans, right? And so this dude, he itching to show us something. He like, you know what I'm saying? All of us, it's like 8 of us in the same weight class in the ring, right? And he's like, yo, get him. I want to show him. I'm like, you want to show? I'm gonna show you something, bro. Like legit, we get Cowboy Bob, we get in the ring, right? And he legit is showing them how to recognize jabs and all that stuff. So he do this thing and he try to jab me, right? I just knock his jab like, skip this. Right? He's like, oh, you want to spar? He said, everybody get out the ring, right? I'm like, y'all hurry up and get out of here. And my coach comes running. Y'all ever watch WWE where like the dudes come running out the back and then they go
Yeah, they gotta break him up.
Yeah, and they go sliding in the ring, and like my coach
came sliding in.
He goes slide in the thing, and he could like go to champ. He like, nah, champ, no. He just got here 3 weeks ago. No, champ, don't hurt yourself. He a fool. Look at him. He a fool. Look at him. My coach calling me a fool in my face. Like, hey, champ, he touched. Look at him. He crazy. So, and I'm like, nah, bro. So he like, hey, listen, what we'll do is we'll do 2 1-minute rounds, right? We only gonna spar for like 2 minutes, right? And Lee, as soon as I hear the dude coming at the bell, I take off for this dude, right? By the time the bell rang, I'm already like on top of this dude. And you know what he do to me? You know what he do to me, bro? Legitimately, he picked me up and put me in a corner. Now, mind you, remember Terrell Biggs is like 6'5", at that time, like 6'5", 240.
I thought he was 6'7", but go ahead.
Or something like I know he took something like that, right? So he big, right? He picked me up. Now, mind you, I'm 199, and I'm talking about 199 on fight day. I walked around at 193. I had to drink water, like gallons of water, to get to 199, right?
Right.
Because if you get to about 199, the official weigh-in guy, he look at you, he be like, go ahead, get your ass in the ring. Because it's supposed to be 200. But if you show up, you like 199.7, you're like 201, just so you could fight.
That you're just within the heavyweight limit.
Yeah, because you know because it'll break your heart, man. You do all that training and you show up and you don't weigh enough to fight that day, right?
No.
And so, man, we get in there, bro, and I never forget. He throws a jab and a cross, and I die. The one move I learned the whole time I had been there, I learned and to hit this dude like on the side on his groin protect, and I back up, and he's like, and that and virtuoso, that man in 45 seconds, that man might have hit me 50 times, bro. All I heard was bro,
machine gun.
Bro, he was hitting me so fast I couldn't see him. Bro, hands to him. That man whooped
Lit his ass up.
Bro. And
bro, it goes to show, man.
After the fight, like after the first round, right? My coach is like, yo, you all right? I started to throw the towel. I was like, man, you throw that towel, whoop your ass. And how I'm gonna whoop his ass and I'll get my ass whooped, right? So, man, I go back out there for round 2, and he tried to start, and I tried to all the stuff my coach had told me the 3 weeks before that. I'm like, yo, I gotta do something. This motherfucker fuck me up in here, yo. So I'm trying to do all the pivots, feints, all that stuff, and my coach was like, yes, Freezy, yes. Because before that, I couldn't do it because when you shadow boxing, you know, you in the mirror, you ain't really doing that. You mostly trying in the mirror, like trying to. I was in there trying to fight for my life because he was embarrassing me, right? And so he hits me on the chin, bam! And I feel I'm go back like this, right? And I come back up, and he like, and then so he turned to the side, he like, bam, 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 and I could, and yo, legit, my coach is like, he should run. And so he get a little winded. And he come to me, he tried to throw, and I dodged, and I hit him like on the groin, boop, hit him as hard as I could. He felt it. He's like, I respect that. They're like, he pointed at me like, good shot, right? And then the bell rang. Man, I'm tired. And no, like y'all know I'm light skinned, right? I don't know if y'all can tell by the camera.
Bro, I already know you got whelps all over you.
I don't know if y'all can tell that I'm
black and blue bruised all over his ass.
I had pink
more visible
all over my body, bro. I look like legit. I look like a strawberry muffin, bro. All you saw was like circles, like little circles. All
strawberry shortcake.
I would say that.
Bro,
you look like Martin
body,
when you fought the champ.
When you fought Tommy Hearns.
Yeah.
Bro. And here's the thing, right? After we finish, I'm trying to go over there and talk shit to him, right? Like everybody, like, yeah, champ. They high five with him. He's signing their stuff, and I'm tired and I am beat up, right? So
smoldering.
I'm like, you lucky. I'm just trying to talk shit to him. He's like, man, go sit your ass down. And I'm like, I had an off day today, bro. But if you be here tomorrow, and yo, he look at the coach. He's like, that's the one right there. Y'all need to train right there. He gonna be something. This right here. He talk about me. He's like, yo, he talk about me. He's like, yo, this dude, he gonna be something. Now he can't punch for shit, but I hit him with some shots. He's like, that man, and this is how y'all know I'm keeping it a stack. He said, and this is only terms that you'll hear from like back in the 80s, right? He said that man power shot can't break a wet paper bag, right?
Wow.
But he got hot. He's like, he can't break a wet paper bag, but he got hot, bro. And he said that, bro. Everybody comes dapping me up, like, yeah, man, free. And I'm like,
Don't touch me.
Yeah, you crazy, Unc.
But the thing he told me, he was like, yo, if you think I'm fast, Mike is 4,000 times faster than me. Right. If you can't see my shots, you ain't got no chance with Mike.
None. He's harder to hit because he's shorter. And it's like, it goes to show Freezy, like, there's level to this, man. There's level.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yo, man. Listen, I got to get going because I got to get back to work. I got to do some stuff, man.
All
Yo,
right, man,
it's been great talking to you guys.
Bro.
Yo, nice hearing your voice again, Vert.
Yeah,
yes, yo, man. It's nice to see you too, man. Corey, man. You the realest, man. Yo, Freezy, you gotta let me back in the chat, man. I don't know, because when I type out comments, I don't see them.
What?
Yeah, man. I don't know. I've been trying to tell Ralph on Real, like, yo, tell Freezer to unblock me from the chat. I don't know what the hell happened, man.
I didn't. I'll check though.
Yeah, please do, man. Because I like to, chop it up with the guys here in the chat also, man. Shout out to the guys in the chat, man. Yeah. You guys are true Knicks fans, man.
Yeah,
appreciate it, man.
For sure.
No doubt, baby.
Peace.
Have a good night.
How about that man had me looking like a gas station muffin in there, bro. That man, I legit had red circles all over my. Hey, you know how the dudes now, the NBA guys do the little acupuncture thing, and you see the
cup.
Yeah, the smoke cup things. Bro, I had them all over my body, man, from Terrell Biggs, bro. And I was like, yo, you lucky, bro. You lucky. He's like, yo, he was like, he the one, bro. And as a matter of fact, when he was walking out, he was like, so we are walking him back to the whip, and he like, yo, this dude right here, he got a chin. He's like, yo, Uncle Freezy, you ain't got no talent. Like, you slow and you don't punch for shit. And all, but the two things you got heart, bro. You got a chin. You know what I'm saying? You can't put your jab slow. I saw it coming from a mile away. Your feet slow and all this stuff. And he was like, but bro, you got a chin on you though, because I hit you with a little shot. I thought you was gonna curl up. You know what I'm saying? He said he thought he was gonna curl me up like a bee, but you know what I'm saying? But I was like, but he was like, nah, man, but you got, you know what I'm saying, you got a little chin. So I'm like, hey man, well, I don't know how to take that, but whatever, get your ass in the car.
You's a tough one, man.
Bro, that's how boxers talk to each other, bro. That's how boxers back in
the day. Got you though.
Yeah,
got you.
Yeah,
if you don't have that mindset, that's just like stepping on the basketball court and you intimidated.
Nah,
you know, oh man, what's this dude's name? Dwayne Carswell.
Yeah, I remember him.
All right, he's from Queens. His little brother stayed, stayed around my way. He'd say, yo, my brother coming. We won't, yeah, all right, yeah, you ain't well. Man, that 7-footer came through.
Right.
And when I say, now we talk crap about NBA players and how they trash and can't put up points, can't do nothing like that, yada, 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 yada.
Yeah.
That man came through that park and lit that park the hell up.
Yeah, bro.
5 runs and he was done.
Yeah. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, the professional guys, bro. I don't know if I told you, but I met Oscar De La Hoya, right? And they had they was showcase. He was like, when I met him, he was like 13, might have been 12, right? And they had a showcase, and they had like this velvet rope. You couldn't go inside this rope because they didn't want nobody to touch they golden boy. They didn't want nobody to touch they golden boy because he was the golden goose. Like, he legit had so much talent at such an early age. They knew that he was going to be the champ of the world in time. They just had to get him to that place where he could fight for the championship, right? Lee, I'm hitting the bag, right? and the bag is like juice. The bag is like leaning, coming back. I'm like sticking, boom, 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 boom. Hit the bag, moving my feet, pivoting on the balls of my feet, boom, 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 boom. I'm talking about squeezing. I'm talking about. I don't know if bro. I could, bro. Not to get graphic, but I could crush marbles with my. I'm just hit the bag, and the bag leaning right, and they like this kid got heart, but he ain't got no power. They put Oscar on the bag. When Oscar at 12 years old, he was hitting the bag, right? The bag wasn't leaning back and forth. The bag was jumping up and straight up in there. You could just hear the bag.
Jesus.
And he was 12, bro. Like legit. He hit the bag so hard that the leather bag had a long break in the bag, and they took the bag off and then wrapped it with duct tape. But they put another bag up there, and the whole time he was doing it, he was just splitting the leather on the bag, bro. He did that twice. He did that twice in like 2 hours, bro. 2 hours, he split the leather on 2 heavy bags, bro.
Them hands ain't no joke.
De La Hoya, bro.
The hands, bro. The power in them hands,
bro. I'm telling you, bro. Like legit. And that man was 12 years old, right? And it's like, yo, he the golden goose, bro. This man gonna change boxing, bro. Is what they say. Like even it's like this man's gonna change the game, bro. Right. And then when I talk to him, because his handlers, when you a prodigy, you have handlers. Like it'd be somebody there to wrap your hands, somebody about, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so they had all these, he probably had like 30 people there, like waiting on him hand and foot, right? Hand and foot, whatever he asked for, people was going to get it. Like it's lunchtime, they taking him, walking him to the place where he can eat lunch. You got 3 people standing by him, so nobody can bother him. All this stuff. And then he was like, he was at a place called Fort Huachuca, Arizona. I don't know if
I know what that is.
Bro, it's about 110 degrees every day.
In the middle of nowhere.
Nowhere.
The only thing you got is Native Americans out there.
Bro, when I tell you you can't even get in your car, bro, the handle on your car will burn your hand off, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Bro. But that was a little stretch, man. I met Terrell Biggs and Oscar De La Hoya. Now, mind you, these dudes fought for like championships of the world. Like the dudes that I was fighting against, all of them was like on my level. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta kind of beat your competition, then take a step up, and then beat that competition and then take a step up. You gotta win some tournaments and all that stuff. But my first match, Cowboy Bob, I lost so bad that a dude legit, like, I was covering up my face. I didn't know. You know how like you don't know what your superpowers are?
Yeah.
I was covering up my face, and this dude was hitting me on my belly button, and it felt like I was about to crack my clothes, bro. Like I ain't never got hit so hard in the stomach, bro. Like, cause I'm covering up my head. He's like, yeah, cover up your face. Nobody want to see you, and he just hit me in the stomach, bro. Like he just talking shit the whole time, like, cover up your face. Ain't nobody want to see you, boy. And he just punched me dead in the body. But then I fought him again. Like a year later, By the time I got to him about a year later, I had already learned that I kind of have a chin, right? And then I learned some stuff how to protect myself or whatever. But the next time I got him, bro, because he was
Nice.
Cowboy Bob, he disrespected me so bad, right? He disrespected me so bad, man. That man legit was trying to punch me in the butt. Because he had fought before and I didn't. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, his picture on the punching bag.
Yeah, almost, bro. Yeah, man. That's what I was saying, man. About, bro. Yeah, but I didn't know better. You live and learn, bro.
I believe
Always,
it.
Joe.
Yeah, man.
And sometimes you got to take an L to gain to get a victory.
Yeah, you got to live and learn, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Live and learn. But I want to ask my guy though, Cowboy Bob, about the rebounding thing. Just to
Mm-hmm.
get back onto the basketball stuff, bro. Like, how
Mm-hmm.
much do you really believe in this rebound thing that you were saying? Do you legit think like this rebounding thing is gonna be what sets this Mike Brown Knicks thing apart, or you just this is something that you kind of
I,
why is this an epiphany all of a sudden?
it's always been a thing for me because to me I don't see it as much, but with this team, how we play, how the league's been with long rebounds, like Jason Tatum is getting like 8, 9 rebounds, and he's not really a rebounder down in the paint. Like I think Hart is more of a rebounder than he is, but he's getting 8 or 9. So with how the league is and how it's set up, I think that rebounding is the way to play defense without playing defense. It's like a cheat code. Like, how can I say this? Like how I used to also say your offense can be your defense by getting to the free throw line. It's the same thing with rebounding. And I think that with this team, after listening to you say about Brogdon, after hearing about some things and how this team is set up, yeah, I think our best suit to help everyone out on defense will be the rebounding. And I think that he can teach us that because there's one thing I did learn that about Mike Brown. He puts his players in the best position. Look at Fox, look at Sabonis, even Sabonis. Sabonis is a double double legend, like, and one of the great rebounders, but he's also very limited in other aspects, especially on defense. But he's very good at pick and roll. He's very good at things. So I think Brown has a way of putting his players in the best position to set themselves up. And I think that rebounding is one of those things that he's going to work on with them.
Right, right.
Yeah. And plus, like I said, it takes the once you get the ball out of their hands and the offense we got, that's a plus for us. Like that's an easy thing, and it's not gonna take as much work. Like with Tibbs, I don't know what it was. I think Tibbs was like different, but I think now with how they're gonna be lighter on their feet, transitioning, it's gonna help us out even more.
Okay, okay. Lee, I kind of think the rebounding numbers are going to go up just because of the pace of play. Like, I think we're going to get more shots up, and I think other teams are going to get more shots up, which leads to more shots and more misses, which creates more rebounds. And I'm not saying by a large number, but I'll say maybe the Knicks would take like, because I think last year the Knicks took 88 shots a game. I think that's what we. I'm gonna double check that, right? I'm gonna double check that.
But even if we get 5 extra shots, or maybe even 10, that's asking a lot too. 10
But
extra shots.
I don't want extra
But
shots. See, that's the
but
thing. Like, now go ahead.
hold on a second, Bob. Man, come on, man. You in Atlanta now? Cut me off like Atlanta traffic, bro. Like we on 285. Slow down, bro. Man, you took over my job. But anyway, man, you made me lose my train of thought. Even if we get up 10 extra shots, that's a lot. 10 extra shots. That means that ball has to move.
Yeah.
It has to move. That Brunson, then Uncle Freezy's theory of Malcolm Brogdon, or idea of Malcolm Brogdon being the starting point guard, it's gonna happen. It's a real thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, man. Like,
Because that's the only way. You got to get the ball. Listen, as much as I love Brunson, he's my guy. I got his jersey. I rock it. I rock it proudly. But him holding the ball, dribble, get down there, pivot, up, down, up fake, left fake, and
yeah,
then, you know what I'm saying? You gonna shoot it or what? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Give the ball up. Because we took ourselves a lot last year, especially in the playoffs. You're just not the ball moving, lack of ball movement. And then when he was hurt, the ball moved seamlessly.
yeah,
It moves. I mean, it moves
Yeah,
so smooth, quickly. Everybody got shots up. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? It seemed like it was a totally different team. The energy was different.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, and then also too, you got to think when we had Julius Randle, you know, by him being able to bring the ball up and initiate the offense to some degree too, Brunson got up more shots.
right.
Mm-hmm. The
You know,
rebounding though, oh, my fault.
go ahead, bro.
I was just gonna say the rebounding though is the team aspect, but I think I also forgot to mention the Brunson aspect, which I'm glad you brought up. I think Mike Brown needs to. I know he's gonna do this. He's gonna have to find a way to teach Brunson to focus on his skills, but also let the team take over. That's why I also brought up the rebounding. I didn't mean to. I forgot to mention that part. The reason why I say the rebounding and all of that, it'll help us with the transition to get quick buckets to where we're still getting the similar shots up, but when we get into the half court set, that's where we're gonna rely on Brunson coming off of his screen, having him set up to where we can just rely on him. But for the most part, the team is gonna do more of the lifting to where Brunson can just play his game. That's why
So
when
let
you
me ask you a
said
question
Brogdon,
real quick.
yeah, go ahead.
No, but you saying Brunson coming off screens, but who's gonna be handling the ball?
No, that's what I said when he said Brogdon. That's why I was like,
Oh,
that
okay.
sounds like a possibility, because I wanted Bridges because of the height and the speed. But if I'm asking Bridges to do that, now he's gonna supplement that for defense, and we can't do that if we have OG and Bridges. We can't
That's
have
not,
them.
but that's never been a part of Bridges' game. Period.
Yeah, yeah, but it was more like that was like I said when he said the whole Brogdon thing. It made me rethink it and said, yeah, I think that would be better because Brogdon can slow it down, speed it up. Plus, on top of that, it gets Brunson for at least to the half court point to where he gets the ball from that point. Because what I want is I don't want Brunson catching it on the inbound and then they start trapping him before he gets to the 3 point line and then he gets to the half court and then he has to like all of those steps elevations is going to cause a problem. But once we get the ball in the Brogdon and Brogdon cross the opponent's 3 point line, getting into the half court, and we can get the ball to Brunson there, or we could pass it off to Cat to get that extra pass to Brunson, like that again also creates another thing. Having Cat sag back a little bit late from the half court area, setting off a late door screen and then rotating. That's another open pass. But with Brogdon there, I see that Unc was onto something because now you're really just relying Brunson just to eat. Like, yo, eat, dog. Just eat. That's all you got to do, and we take care of the rest. That's why I said the way we can do that would be rebounding as a team. Oh, I always said like 45, 50 rebounds is good. I know that's a lot, but if we're doing that much and 30 of those rebounds are from the defense, we're taking those shots out of their hands. That's better for us because now,
The Houston Rockets led the NBA in rebounds per game,
mm-hmm,
and 33.8 of them were defensive, and 14.6 of them were offensive.
like that,
But
that's perfect.
but at the same time, they also led the NBA in shot attempts at 93.4.
Yeah, I don't want that. Like, I want to have like what they did with the rebounding. I want that, and then I feel like with our skill set, we can slow it down in the half court just enough to where our shots are good. Like that part right there is going to be the Brown specialty, where we can get the rebounds and he relies on the players he needs. Because that to me is the easiest thing we can do as a team, and it's not putting any strain on anybody. Boxing out, cutting off passing lanes, things like that.
Mm.
That's why I say, like, when I went into my whole thing about calling out screens, calling out all of that
Yeah,
communications, that's what it all entitles to. I don't want Brunson to do anything more than what he did, not even last year. Like, I kind of want him to be like he was the year before, but then that's asking too much. But the thing is with Brogdon, with Clarkson, with the different setups we have, everything's gonna just flow from Brunson, so he can actually just be a leader. And the best way we can do
The Knicks were 24th in the NBA in rebounding.
wait, we were 24th?
Yeah.
That's horrid. That is so hard.
That's
Yeah.
not really hard. I mean, we're not. Well, I tell you this, we're not below average. You know, to the extreme. I mean, give and take. We could tighten up on a couple of things. I think it'll change more now that Mitch is healthier,
Yeah.
and then we got other players. Who I think who will get out there and scrap and rebound a little bit more. You
And
know,
it,
you know, we'll just have to see. We have to see.
and
One
it
The
of
doesn't have
defense,
to be the starting team. It could be the bench too. That's another way that helps out the defense. Like that. Like I used to
exactly.
say, plus minus. That plus minus. You want your defense to come in and hold the deficit, or at least keep the game in stride to where when your fresh guys come in, they're not working as hard. That's why I said the balance sheet rebounding throughout the team will help everyone.
here's the thing: it's a lot of the stuff that we be saying, like it don't necessarily like they don't link together,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like the Knicks were 24th in the NBA in rebounding, but they were also, I think, fifth in the NBA in field goal percentage, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they were fifth in the NBA in field goal percentage. Um, they also were, I think, they were like second in fouls attempted per game. No, the Knicks were fourth in the number of fouls that they committed per game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that is they didn't commit the fourth most; they committed the fourth least fouls per game.
Mm-hmm.
So they wasn't fouling and sending people to the foul line to get free points at the foul line. They wasn't doing that at that type of rate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they only committed 17 fouls a game, and the team that committed the most was the Toronto Raptors, committed 21 fouls per game, right? So the Knicks were disciplined in the foul area and in other areas. Now, if we're talking about getting that rebound number up, I don't think you have to change the entire system. I just think you have to enter the season and have your best rebounders play the season healthy,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Like for instance, Cat's rebounding numbers dipped significantly after he broke his finger, right? Like y'all remember when Cat was leading the NBA. At one point, Cat was shooting, and this is a fact. It's gonna sound crazy when I say it, but at one point during the season, Cat was shooting 53% from three and was averaging 15 and a half rebounds per game.
Mm.
Then he broke his hand against Detroit. Now, here's the thing. We all know Cat wasn't going to shoot 53% from three for the season. We all know that.
Mm-hmm.
We all know that. We knew he was going to cool down some. We just didn't know how much. But when it came to Cat shooting the three, we had the last time we seen a dude that hot from three was Marcus Morris. Y'all remember when Marcus Morris was leading the league from three
Mhm.
with the Knicks? That man was shooting
Mhm.
like 51% from three. Marcus
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Morris was shooting like 51% from three until right before the trade deadline. And that's one of the reasons why we actually got something for him. It's the reason why we got Mo Harkless and the pick that we drafted Emmanuel quickly with,
Mhm.
right? Because Marcus Morris was shooting 51% from three.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He was killing it. Now, shooting 53% from three before he broke his hand and grabbing 15 and a half rebounds. That man was averaging like 26 points a game. I was
Mhm.
like, I don't know, bro. This thing right here, I don't know if that's sustainable, but you know what I'm saying? These things did occur, right? So, but at the same time, we have to remember who Carl Anthony Towns' backup was. Y'all remember Cat's backup at the beginning of the season?
Yeah.
Jericho
Yeah.
Sims.
Oh
Jericho
yeah.
Sims.
Sims. You're
Yeah,
right.
because Ariel Huckporty wasn't playing yet,
Yeah.
right? Huckporty wasn't playing yet. Um, Precious
Bitch is still
wasn't
hurt.
playing. Mitch was still hurt. Yeah, I used to jab at Corey Lee every day. I'm like, Lee, man, you said your man was supposed to be back start of the season. Lee, remember that?
Hmm. Yep.
Remember that? Yeah. So I think the rebound numbers will increase if we stay healthy. Just the mere fact that Mitchell Robinson is healthy, those numbers
Mm-hmm.
will be better out the gate, right? And so while we didn't add another rebounder like Gerson Yabusele is not a rebounder, I expect him to be somewhere in the range of about 4 rebounds a game, like 12 points, about 4 rebounds, something like that. Anything over that is gravy to me because he's not a rebounder. The only reason why he grabbed as many as he did in Philly is because Philly had him playing center out of position.
Mm-hmm.
Like the man was legit playing out of position. I think Mitchell Robinson, like what Kerry Cox said, I think those numbers right there that Cox is saying, like averaging a double double, I think that's exactly where Mitch is going to be at. Cox, I
Yep.
agree with you. I agree with you. I think that man is going to be around 10 points and about 11 rebounds. Um, I don't think he's going to play. I don't expect Mitchell Robinson to play 82 games. I would love it if Mitch played 70 games,
Yeah.
right?
That'd be perfect. That'd be
Yeah,
perfect for him.
just because he is center and centers get banged up, right? So if he play about 70 games, then um, I think that's the sweet spot. I don't think he
Mm-hmm.
should try to stretch it or over. And listen, I'm an honest Knicks fan. I'm not a malicious Knicks fan. Like I ain't trying to keep no receipts. I don't care if people think I'm right or wrong. I don't care. I don't. I don't give a shit.
And,
Right. The whole thing is we want the Knicks to win a championship.
mm-hmm.
Right. That's the main thing. Knicks winning the championship. Like if if the Knicks win the championship because Mitchell Robinson hit 8 3-pointers, look, I'm excited.
He said eight
Right.
3-pointers.
If the Knicks win the championship because Carl Anthony Towns win Defensive Player of the Year, I don't care. I just want the Knicks to win the championship. And I know
No,
all that sound ridiculous, but that's the reason why I said it. I don't care how we win a championship. All I
just get it
care about
done.
is the Knicks win. Yeah, man. I
Get
just
it
care.
done by
Yeah,
any because right now we are in a situation by any means necessary.
right.
What?
Because
Wait, real quick. What did you say our rebounds were last year? How many rebounds we was
I
averaging
think
last year?
42.
42. Okay, so with that theory, like you just with the 10 and 11,
Yeah,
and what
40,
Cat was
40.
doing with 12, and Josh Hart, I think he get about 9, 8 or 9. That right there is 30 rebounds you're getting from 3 players.
yeah, but hold on a second, Bob. Slow down, slow down. You're talking about a whole different coach and a whole different system, and these players might not be employed or played the same type of way. You got to think. Josh Hart was in there getting what 40? I mean, 35 minutes a game,
Mm-hmm.
32 minutes a game.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Hart is not going to play that many minutes this year.
I agree. That's why I said 8 or 9 from him. You can
But
get
I think the point you're missing is the number I gave you is team rebounds.
Mhm.
Those are team rebounds. So it don't matter if man, listen, if 10 players play and they all get 5 rebounds and we leave the game with 50 rebounds, is that not more? Is that not better than 42 rebounds?
yeah.
Like
That's
basically what I'm saying is I don't care how we get to this championship, bro, as long as we get there.
Facts.
Like the division of the team numbers compared to which individual player contribute to the team number. I mean, I don't care, bro. I don't care if Cat is the leading scorer or Brunson the leading scorer, bro. Right? I don't care. Right? Because I think we are legitimately at a spot where we're trying to break down stuff that we saw last year with Tibbs,
mm-hmm.
not taking into account what Mike Brown is going to implement with his new staff, like Corey Lee said. Like we're out of the Tibbs era. We're in the Mike Brown era. That 42 rebound number, we don't know what that number is going to look like. We don't know what the shots is going to look like, right? And so basically, what we want to do is on the offensive end, make sure that ball go through the net so we can sprint back and get on defense. Because when teams get defensive rebounds, that means they can get out in transition.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's the thing with scoring. This is like Lee. You know how like when you talk football. Remember how we was talking about how what's your right tackle name? The one they said was Evan Neal.
Evan Neal, yeah. He's
Remember?
not even there. He's still there, but he's on the bench.
Yeah, he. But remember how we was talking about how Evan Neal was trash, and then I watched the Giants game, and they legit be putting that dude on the island and forcing him to make decisions and all that stuff, and line splits and all types of weird, exotic running game misuse type stuff, right? And then the Giants don't have a running game or a passing game, but then you see Daniel Jones leave and Saquon Barkley leave, and then you're like, okay, maybe it wasn't just the offensive line. Maybe it was the entire offensive philosophy, right?
It's still the same problem.
Right. This is what I'm saying. This is what I mean. Like maybe it's an issue with the guy controlling everything and not the players, right? So like in my mind, when after the Giants make their coaching change and they bring in guys that legit worry about run fits on offense, right? Like in the running game, like legit, like focus on run schemes. Like don't take a special running back and put him in a basic run scheme, because then if your running back look regular, it's because he was in a subpar run scheme, right? The offensive tackle go block the defensive end straight ahead, right? Like the guard not trying to turn the defensive end and trying to soften up the edge so your running back can have two lanes to run through. Take his choice, take his pick. Do he meet the linebacker? Do he meet the linebacker in the hole, or do he try to outrun the linebacker and duke a DB or something? Like little things that we don't take into account is basically what I'm saying about the Knicks. The thing is
the details.
Yeah, it's the details, bro. It's the details. Like with pace, I think Malcolm Brogdon is the perfect person for the Knicks to pick up the pace, not because he's fast, right? Not because he's fast, but because he's smart.
The decision making.
Right. Like if he can't beat his man up the floor, he gonna pass that ball up the floor, right? Because the ball move faster than the man, right? The ball move faster than the man. You pass that ball up the floor, right? And then you constantly do that to the point where those body blows, so to speak, on the defense slow them down. So then Malcolm Brogdon can start using his feet and he starts out sprinting everybody. And then now you're like, the defense has to pick their poison. Do they give up this? Do they let Malcolm Brogdon go to the rim and finish? Or do they give up that three-pointer to Jalen Brunson in the corner for three? Right. That's why I think JB is gonna live, bro. Like I don't know if y'all heard this. I don't know if y'all heard it tonight, but Mike Brown want to sprint up the floor and attack these corners from three. And if Jalen Brunson and Mikal Bridges are sprinting up the floor, getting to these corners to get transition threes,
OG too.
Yeah. And so if that's what we looking to do, then
I'm not gonna front. You made a legit argument to pass to show. Like I'm gonna say since like Wednesday or so, because I heard you on Queenie. I heard you last night. I'm like, you making a lot of sense about Brogdon, and maybe you seeing something. And I got to give you credit for that. But
I'm taking the basic basketball approach. Like legit, just because to be a faster paced team doesn't mean you have to be an intricate basketball genius.
Yeah, or athletic like that.
Yeah, it just means you play faster, play smarter. Like when JB get the rebound, man. Hey JB, you gotta pass that ball to the floor because you're not fast. And there's no disrespect to JB, he's just not fast. But if Josh catch that ball on the move, Josh, you go because you faster than JB. Right? You faster than JB. So you push it, bro. Push that thing, get out in transition and go. Deuce, you faster than Brunson, bro. Get out in transition, push that thing. And if you can't create the odd man rush, if you can't create the 3-on-2, the 3-on-1, the 4-on-2, the 2-on-1, if you can't create that, bro, you got to pass that ball up the floor until you can. It's up to the defense to stop it, right? Like Cowboy Bob, what's the number one rule on defense? When
keep your feet moving.
On defense, you know the number one rule is on defense, right?
Nah, what's that? I thought it was keep your feet moving. Oh, okay.
No, Stop the because think about it. If Lee get the ball, if Lee get the rebound, and nobody stop him, he can go all the way to the hole for a layup.
Yeah.
The number one rule, right? Stop the ball, right?
Yeah.
That way everybody can get back on defense and get in their spots, pick up their man. That's what you want to do. The second rule is keep your eye on the ball.
Yeah.
Right? Keep your eye on the ball. You got to keep it. And so like when we get back to like this basic stuff, and no disrespect to Tom Thibodeau, I just think as I think we overcomplicated simple tasks.
Yes.
Like we overcomplicated simple things, man. We just need to get back to where the game is easy for everybody, where things not complicated, where
Dumb
things,
it down.
yeah, like where things don't bottleneck,
Yep.
right? Like yeah, man. It's Lee. You played football, right?
Of
You know
course.
how like I played football too in high school. I wasn't the best, but I enjoyed it, right? Like legit, I enjoyed playing football. I wasn't the best, right? But I wasn't a star like Lee, right? But the thing is, like when they put you at end and they tell you to get to the quarterback, right? They simplified everything. Like Lee, your job is to get to that quarterback. Lee, they not telling Lee to go to the inside, drop your hips, spin back to the outside so that you can swim move off his outside shoulder. He ain't saying all that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They just letting the dogs loose.
Mm-hmm.
Lee, you feel me? You know how
Yeah,
like
exactly. You know your matchup. You know how you got to, you know what I'm saying? You know your best attributes, and
right,
you know what you have to do to get to the end goal. It's dumbing it down. It's KISS. Keep it short, simple.
right,
Yep.
right.
You
That's
know,
why I
stop.
said that's why it's like the coaches need to let them players off the leash and just let them play, because there's so much raw talent here that I see I see as being very, very good with this Brown, because Mike Brown has something that Tibbs had it too, but it was more like you said, like it's more like you gotta do it. Break, you know, like how you have the football coach that be like, you gotta run through the wall, and when you run through the wall, you gotta keep going to the next wall, and you're like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like let's do one thing at a time. And I think that with Brown's gonna be like, after you do this, your next move should be setting up this, to where your mind is thinking more than just one thing at a time. You
Right.
thinking several things and you're
Simple
helping
things,
everyone.
like simple things, right? Like simple things like this. Me and Lee going to the glass for a rebound.
Mm-hmm.
Lee say, mine, I got it, I got mine, or
Mm-hmm.
same.
Mm-hmm.
Right? As soon as Lee say that, Lee got it. You know what I'm doing?
Running back.
I'm dropping hips, sprinting up the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Cause
Still in the
Lee,
passing lane.
yeah, Lee got it right. So now
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
instead of him trying to dribble up the floor, he can pass it up the floor.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Catch. See the
Guards
angle.
go.
Yep.
See, if you know anything about running passing lanes, it depends on this is basketball, but considering ball handlers go to the wings, big men run the lanes, run up, and the center has the middle of the court.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Right,
how you supposed to. That's how passing lanes are supposed to be going.
right, right. Hey, coach in the building. Coach says,
What's
I
up,
didn't
Coach?
know. Hey, coach, I'm about to hit y'all up in a minute. But yeah, man. Like the basics of the game, bro, is kind of like where I think Mike Brown is gonna get back to. Like instead of us trying to be super nuanced on getting a basic result, we're just gonna depend. Oh, I didn't know. Okay, I thought we put the link in it. Oh well, I can't send the link with my phone. I have to send the link by email or put it in the chat, bro. So
Mm.
that's why I've been kind of putting it in the chat. Um, but yeah, man, like getting back to these basics where dudes get like have we really seen an athletic Deuce McBride?
No.
Not really, bits and pieces, but not really see him really because the boy got a 40-inch vertical,
Yeah,
easy.
yeah.
He done showed us. He showed us that. I done seen it. Matter of fact, believe it or not, his first year in summer league, and I could have sworn I thought he was 6'5", but I seen him catch a rebound and go straight back up and put it right back in. And I was like, who the hell is this?
Yeah.
I think the last time I think was when they did that Boston fast break where it was him, Brunson, and I think Hart got beat, and Tatum went up for it, and like Brunson couldn't get to it, and he was coming from the back end and just blocked it off, pinned it off the backboard. I was like, he still got it.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that. I was like, that's what I want to see him do. But I also see him if he's involved in that transition where we pass the ball, we get the rebound, pass it to Cat's at the half court, and he's coming off like you said that wing area. That's a nice lob right there for him to catch. That's a nice setup. Like, it's so many things you can do, and I think that having those passes, especially Cat, the way he can pass as a 7-footer, like we gotta incorporate that as well. There's a lot of things that we can do if we just run. Like that's why I said also, I was like, instead of 7 seconds or less, 5 seconds. If you got the ball for 5 seconds, you got it for too long. Unless you're setting up in the half court. That's why I'm
Yo,
like, I think we got this. We're gonna be really good this year. The thing is though, we gotta leave it to the players.
like, thank you, Bob, because see now, you know, and you mildly contradict yourself, but I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? To the point. How about you just leave it to the coach and let him implement his plan, and let's see where we go with it. You know, because they Knicks do pay somebody to do this, and as much
Mhm.
as we want to speculate and we want to be right, we're just fans, baby. Be a fan.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I'm sorry. I just like you said, we Knicks fans, we always got to do some type of critiquing or some type of upgrading. So
I
I
mean,
agree
yeah,
with
of
you on
course.
that.
I mean,
I
no,
love
listen.
it though. I love it though because the possibilities are endless. It's like getting rid of Tibbs, kind of like you took the lid off the volcano. You know what I'm
I
saying?
wouldn't say
Like,
that. I mean, it was just a thing. I just think what did Freddie just say earlier? The marriage got stale.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
marriage got stale. That's just what it was.
Yeah.
You know, the kids wasn't responding the same way.
Right.
You know, what I'm saying, to pops, and mama got to go get a new man. Hey,
It is,
that's
bro.
just
Papa got
that's
to
just
bring
what
his
it is.
man.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, if that's the case, I'm not saying it was or it wasn't, because perspective is everything. But my perspective is totally different from yours.
Yeah.
But the obvious thing though is that the underlining thing that it wasn't working. Period.
Hmm.
Right.
So we can all try to say it was this reason, that reason, or whatever reason. We're not in them rooms, bro.
Nah.
Uh-uh.
Nah. Yo, I'm gonna get out of here, man. At
Hey,
least
Yes, sir.
you got the new man yet?
Nah, man.
I'm
I'm
telling
bought
you, that smoke,
I
bro.
bought the last two, man. I told my brother it's on him now.
he like, I'm gonna copy it from you.
Yeah, bro. And he be dodging that smoke, bro. You on that
Oh,
PS5?
me, man. Look, man. Wait, let me get my house into a little bit better situation.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
Yo, money funny still, man. I'm stretching.
oh,
I'm right.
oh, my money is Kevin Hart, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, nah. What you talking about, Willis? All
Yeah,
Hey,
right.
New York too. New
you
York
know
too.
what I'm saying?
Hey, I just want to ask y'all a question behind the stage real quick. I just for like
Yeah.
2 seconds, if you
Hey,
got it.
no doubt. Hey, y'all, we gonna get out of here, man.
No doubt. Yo, thank y'all for showing up. Yo, man. Remember, like, subscribe, share. We got a new goal, 50K.
Yeah, man.
Help us get there. Freezy, remember Freezy last year at the time? What were we trying to get to?
We was like at like 3,800 or something.
You trying to get
Hmm.
to 5.
Yeah, trying to get to five. Yeah, trying to get to five.
You
So
know?
yeah, yeah,
Look how far we come. Thank y'all for real, fans. The
Thank you.
replay gang, the overseas gang,
yeah,
the
man.
overseas gang, and also to most of all the ladies.
Yeah, appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all, man.
Oh
All
yeah,
right.
we love y'all. Peace.
Night.
Yeah, I'm